Hey folks, Rich here. Welcome back to the RCINFORMER YouTube channel. Just do a quick sound check for everybody. Give me a thumbs up or send me some text, folks, and let me know if you all are receiving, good audio and good video, and it's not too quiet or too loud or microphones crackling like it was last time. For everybody that's coming in here, I've got the E-flite night Radian to show you, and we just got in this really new Edge 540, pretty sweet, from Arrows with the vector gyro system. So depending on how this goes, if we have time, maybe we'll get into this and unbox this as well. So if I do that, if we show this and that's what you want to see, just you don't have to watch through all this. You could scroll your scroll bar, guys, to where this airplane starts, in the progress of the video, because this will go live. So okay, let's see what we got. Got lots of guys here so far. Mike Bird was the first one here. He was a little while back there. We were talking. Let's see, Robert Jones, Alan Gentry, Paul McNeil, and Paul McNeil says supposed to get delivery of his new NX8 today, all right. Yeah, the NXs are nice, which I actually left my 6 downstairs, which I need for that. No, I put it here, that's right, I get to get it. I've been running up and down the stairs. I'm packing for this event next weekend, folks, so that we're going to go to. So Robert Jones here, JCB67, Rick S, Robert Jones, Mike SSI is here as usual. Let's see, 215 Cyclone, Paul Slade. Let's see, Hangar 51, Kenny's here. So Kenny, I don't know if you're coming to it, but the event I'm prepping for right now, because I'm kind of tight on time here though, is if I have it here. Do I have it here? Yeah, here it is. Let's see if I can throw that up there. There it is. It showed up. If you guys can see that, I'll scroll that down. Lots of sponsors at this thing. Up in Ocala, guys, the Ocala Flying Model Club. They invited me, and I said, yeah, what the heck. So I'm bringing a couple of planes from, I think Banana Hobby sending me 2. We're going to have, for giveaway, we're going to have like, I think they're sending a T-45, and we're also going to have a, actually, we're giving away a brand new A-10, twin 50 millimeter, sorry. So we'll have both of those there for you guys to check out. And then, what is it? FMS, I think, is giving us an F-16 or an F-18. I'm not sure. An EDF 70 millimeter. Real nice retracts and all that. And also, Ernst stands. Ernst Manufacturing stepped in and they said, yeah, we'll send you some stands. So lots of giveaways. And as you can see, guys, from the flyer right here, JR's got a radio giveaway too. They got Zap Glue is in on it. Sullivan. Carf models, I don't know what they're putting in, RTL fasteners, so lots of power box systems. So I put all the sponsors on there, and all the information's here, and also we've been propagating it around, the community tab, and also putting it around also on Facebook. So check it out there. But we'll be at the Salute to Vets event, which is right here, of course, and then we'll be at the Tangerine event. That's the next one. Same field, but different event a month later. So we'll. I got to get all the sponsors on that thing as well. So I hadn't had a chance to do it yet. So, but we'll get that all on there for everyone. So anyway, there's all the details on those, and we'll be posting that as that comes. That one is still a month out. So that Tangerine event. So, but we'll be at the NASA Salute to Vet Scale contest. So come on out, check it out. Lots of giveaways. Should be fun. And we got the night Radian. We're going to get into that here. I had a list of stuff I was going to talk about. People were asking about shirts. I got to look into that, getting shirts to you guys, because I got all the nice embroidered shirts and stuff, and hats and all kinds of stuff. So let me check out my upper camera, make sure that's working. I don't think it is. All right, hang on a second. Let me make sure we're doing this okay. No, my upper camera's not working. Let me see if I can get that going. There we go. How's that? I got a new fade here. You see? I'm right here. Yay. All right. So anyway, I got a new dissolve in there, guys. I don't know what they call this, but anyway, so it's working. That's a good thing. So I got rid of the singularity for this time. Let's see what else we got. Questions from folks. I'm just letting a few more people. Victor RC Jets is in here. Gary West. Let's see. Who else we got? I'm looking for new names, because we'll start here pretty soon. Yeah, I've been wanting to get this Radian out, and like I said, this Edge just showed up, which is pretty cool. I got links for these guys if you want to get one. I put links for both of these in the description box below, so if you guys want to get one and support the channel, you can. It's right below, so check it out there. I haven't even seen the edge. I haven't even seen this one either, so we'll get that out here. I'm going to put this on the NX6, guys. I got that ready here to go. I just finished up my lunch, and I've been running around packing trailers and stuff. So before we start, does anybody have questions? Does anybody want to throw a question or two out there? I'm also thinking about taking callers if anybody wants to call. We had who was it? We had Ray call in one time, and that was actually pretty cool. Would like to see the Vector RX on the edge. Yeah, we'll see. If we have time, we'll get to it. If not, I'll do it like in another week or so. Really want to see some flights on that edge. Yeah, wish it was $100 less. Yeah, I got to go look at. In fact, you know, here's the deal, guys. If you guys want to check all this out, let me go to Hobby Zone real fast. No, let me get that off of there. Let me go to my website thing here. Let me throw that up so everybody can see there. That should come up. Yeah, there we go. Here's the edge right there, and yeah, we'll yeah, I gotta check this. It's 4-cell powered, real nice, 2600 pack or more, probably hold a 32. But yeah, it looks pretty slick. I like the colors on it. It's pretty neat. It's sort of like Spectrum colors too, so it kind of works out well there. Let's see what we got here. There's the live streaming. Let's see what else we got. Banana Hobby, of course. There's my speed test. Let's do a quick speed test here. I always do that. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. Let me do a speed test real quick. We were 400 and 800 there before the stream started. I got one kid streaming video games downstairs right now. So let's see what happens when we add my stream to this. I made a couple setting changes. Yeah, it looks like I suck a lot of bandwidth out of their streaming. So let's see. We're in the 140s, 130s or so, which should be adequate to keep it going unless there's some kind of a seismic anomaly or some kind of planetary shift or, you know, some radiation going by the planet or something. Let's see. All right, we're up around 300 on the upload, about 120 on the download. Okay, so let's see if that'll do everything well, and let's see what we got. So, all right, let me close that up, and we will get to this thing. So, let me kill the website stuff. Okay, E-flite Radian, folks. Yeah, I just double tapped it there. The double tap. You got to watch out for that. Oh, you know what? Let me show you this real fast. Once again, guys, if you do get something through my site, okay, through my YouTube channel, for example, if you go down to, let me try if I can find this thing. Let me go to videos. Let me go to manage stuff. Go to the inner workings of RCINFORMER. This is what you'll see. So I'm going to go to live. Let's see if we can go to this. I got videos coming up. Let's see here. I'm going to go to this real quick. Let me click on this. This is the actual live, which I think I already had up, but yeah, we did have that up. Let's see. So if you go to the description below, right, and you click on, and I've never done this like this while I'm actually doing this, but yeah, for example, if you go to Night Radian, or let's say you go to Edge 540 in the description, which I'm going to show you guys like right here. If you click on that, the nice thing about Hobby Zone, what they do for us is they put up this for us. You know, like who, you know, what influencer you're getting it from, because it gives you, you know, this up here. And then if you like put it in your card, it also shows it there too. So if you guys ever get anything from us, me and Steve here through Hobby Zone, or sorry, Horizon Hobby, if you go to the address bar all the way, guys, at the top here, okay, and you scroll towards the right side of it, if you want to know what influencer you're supporting, it'll say, and I don't know if you guys can see it, but right at the top, it'll say, like affiliate campaign, RCINFORMER, or whatever. So you know who you're supporting when you do this. So anyway, that's a good way to tell for those of you that don't know. So anyway, we do appreciate all that. So let's get on to this thing. I got some batteries set up to go for this, and I'm going to put those up here, and we're going to go. Let me check my question board real quick. See what I have here. Yeah, the Vector's nice. Just got Draco. Can my DX6 do reverse thrust? I think it can. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it can, because reverse is a digital feature, okay? You just have to go into the forward programming menu to do that, which, you know, is not a big deal. New prop for the FMS 1700. Is there one? How do we get it? If you, Kenny, if you just got that plane, you should have the most current prop. But if you don't, depending on where you get it from, I think you contact Horizon Hobby. If not, call me or get a hold of me and I'll work it out, figure it out. But Horizon should have them if you guys got it from Horizon, Kenny. Ken Sprouse, cool. And rainy here in Virginia all day. All right. The Edge looks great. Everyone wants to see the Edge. Maybe we should just do the Edge. Let's see. Let's see. Was that right? 20 off. Yes, you get 20 off on the Edge, guys. That's right. They are running a promotion. So, and even if you click on my link and buy it with the promotion, you still help us out and you guys get the promotion, I think, and all that. Huge fan of the night Radian, the different colors at night. Yeah, I'm dying. That's why I want to get this going because I want to fly it at night at that contest next week. So I want to get it up and going. So what is a good first jet? I'm looking good for, where it's moving on me. What is a good first jet? I'm a very good pilot, but don't want the Habu with, don't want the Habu. You want retracts. You know, honestly, I think a really good first jet, I mean, if you don't want something with wheels, actually a really good jet is the Marlin because it's inexpensive. It's got fixed gear, but you get the Marlin at Hobby Zone, folks. Here, let me throw that back up there. The Marlin is an awesome flying plane. Let's see, where the heck was that? Hobby Zone. Let me go at Marlin. See if that comes up. See if that goes anywhere. Yeah, there's all the parts for it and stuff. Hang on, I was always going to show you the parts. Where's the Marlin itself? Yeah, there it is. If you guys want a really nice EDF, does nice knife edge or whatever, use my link, click on one of these and get one of these. That's fixed gear. Now, if you really want retracts, there's two really good ones. The 70mm Viper jet that Horizon Hobby has is killer. FMS 70mm Viper jet, they're pretty much similar. And then also the FMS 80mm Futura. So, you know, if you go to, let me even see if it's here. Yeah, this is a great plane to get, and you can get this. Oh, they actually have it with the reflex at Horizon Hobby. So I guess they made an arrangement where they have it with the reflex if you want it. They have it with and without. So if you guys click on any of my links, go to here, type this in and get it. It should support us and you'll get a nice jet. But I think the Futura is like a killer intro jet too, because it flies really slow well. It's got retractable gear. It is faster than all hell. I mean, it is just a ridiculously quick airplane. But it slows down to a crawl. Its slow speed characteristics are awesome. I mean, you can just crawl this right in. We got videos on that like crazy. So, you know, if you guys want to see that, just type in Futura RCINFORMER, RCINFORMER, if I spell it right. There it is. Let's see if that does. Let's see if that comes up. So any of my jet videos you guys want to see, just type in the jet, the model of what it is, put RCINFORMER, and boom, it'll throw all my videos up there. And then most of these things have links. So again, killer airplane this thing is. So its slow speed is just ridiculously good. So I usually always demonstrate like a slow speed pass. I'm sorry guys, I'm eyeballing this. There we are, inverted. And it's an 80mm. It's a nice size. So if you got 6S packs, you know, you can do all that with it here. You can, here, let's see. Let me see if I come by slow here. But yeah, this is an awesome bird, guys. Check this out, Futura. But like I said, it'll crawl. With flaps and everything, it'll crawl. I think my link below the video is working. Let's see if it works. It might be messed up. It might be it might be an old link. Oh no, there it is. So you guys can get to it that way too. So yeah. Anyway, so Viper jets, FMS, Viper jets, Horizon Viper jet, and of course Futura. So anyway, let me go back to here. Let me get my chat log up so I can see it. All right, cool. Yeah, Marlin. Yeah, Marlin doesn't have retracts. I know. I was just throwing that out there because the Marlin is such an inexpensive tricycle gear jet. Does good knife edge, and it's just a real good training jet. It's inexpensive, and you can use your 4S batteries on it and learn to fly a jet that way and beat it up. So, yeah, there's a lot of Habus. There's a lot of them. So, Edge, please, Rich. Seen the all right, let's get to this, and then we'll get to that. So, holding my breath for Horizon Hobby to release new turbo timber. Yeah, that should be good. Aaron Phillips is here. Who else we got? Simon Schumacher. Can I buy the Edge in Germany? I do not know. You may need to contact them, I'm not sure. I saw your video of the V1200, wanted to buy it at Halloween sale. It was like $250, but now it's $400. So yeah, it would have been good. Take advantage of the sales, guys. That's another thing I'm going to say too, with sales and shipping and all the harbor stuff going on the West Coast. You got to pre-order, man, because if you wait for that container to get in, like at least 2/3 of the container is already spoken for. So if you wait for it to get in stock, it goes fast. So you sort of have to pre-order, guys, because of the low, the high demand and low supply that's going on right now. Let's see. Yeah, you can get reflex, man. Airvex said, yeah, I didn't know that Horizon was doing that, but now they're carrying the reflex in it, so that's awesome. You can use your own receiver in it. Havoc and Extra. Okay, let's get to this thing, guys. Okay, we've got the Night Radian, folks. As you can see here, it's cool. Where's my zoom in feature? We're going to raise this up. We're going to raise this up. We're going to zoom on in here. And you guys can see how nice this thing looks. You got, and it even says right here, let me see if I can go to the top view. Let's try this. All right, let's see. We've got integrated lights right here, guys. Easy to fly with safe technology. Okay, and it's also got the, whatchamacallit, it's got built-in telemetry, I believe. Integrated lights, 100 programmable color, sequence, and timing combinations. And it's got a high-power motor. I think it's 9. I wrote it on the side. We'll take a look. And fast assembly here. And let's look at the end of the box here. I'm going to go to right here, switch views for everybody. Let's go ahead and zoom in on that so everybody can see that. I'm on my clipboard there. We'll get in on that. Let's see if I can do this. I got to manipulate all the camera technology here. So there you go. There's your motor. I went ahead and I wrote it down for everybody. It's a 960 kV motor. The ESC is a 20 amp telemetry capable brushless. I don't really use telemetry much, guys. It doesn't really, to me, it's not. It's a nice selling point. It's nice to have, but when I'm flying my plane, I'm not looking down very much. So, but yeah, guys, I like telemetry. It's awesome. You have a receiver in this thing. Of course, I'm showing you guys the bind and fly version there, which is on the right, EFL 36500. So anyway, so yes, it has a receiver in it right there, guys. So it's the AR 631 6-channel. I think you only need like 4 channels or 5 channels or something. Of course, you need a transmitter, need a battery, 1300 to 2000. We got them both to try. And a 3-cell LIPO, okay, and charger, so or charger for it. So this is it, guys, the bind and fly basic version, and that's what we're going to be looking at. And again, all of that stuff that we just saw there. Here, actually, let me show you this. This is the features of it. They always have good pictures. I really actually don't like. I really don't like their front picture on this box. I don't know where they. It's almost too dark to even see this thing. But let me lower this down just a little bit. Here's the dimensions on this thing, so we can get in on that. They actually put a little sticker there. It shows you right there. There's the weight with battery. But anyway, here's your wingspan. 78 inches long, or wingspan, and it is 44 inches in length. So that's the size of this thing. And then, of course, you got safe AS3X. You've got right here the receiver with DMSX technology, and what is this? ESC. Yeah, it has telemetry capable, the ESC. So if your radio has telemetry, you can get all that stuff. And then there's your 960 kV motor. The lights. I'm dying to get into the lights. The lights are pretty awesome. There's buttons inside. I looked at it a little bit in the instructions and stuff. And then bolt-on 2-piece wing, carbon fiber joiner. That's it. And I don't know what the diamond is. Lightweight yet durable composite construction. All right, let's get this thing out of here, folks. Oh, here's some pictures of the lights on the sides, and we're going to light this up. I'll turn the lights off, and we'll get in, and we'll see all the lighting on this whole thing. So let's get this out of the box. I haven't had this out. This will be the first time getting it out of here, and we'll see how this all looks. Let me make sure we're fully panned out, which it looks like we are. And let's pull this out of the box. All right, we're going to lay this down here for everybody to see. We'll switch our views so you guys can get a top angle view. Try not to hit my head on this thing. Let me get out on the zoom here. Get my phone down from here. I don't need that. And let's see what we got here. put this down. Let's see how this looks. That's right, I'm a one-man band here. Let's see what we got here. All right, we'll pull this out and see what we got. Looks nice so far. Watch your elevator. I almost crunched that right there, so, but it's tough stuff, so no worries. Let's get this out. This is almost going to exceed the limit of, not my room, but the space that I have. So here, let's do this. I don't think I planned this out too well. Here we go. Let me get this. Oh man, this is a big box. It's long. Actually, it's very thin, but it's long, which is not a bad thing. Got that going for me, which is nice. All right, let's see. So there you go, folks. That's the innards of the box on this thing. Stickers are applied. It looks like there's some areas where they maybe are coming up a little bit from shipping. So, you know, just if they're coming up, put them back down. You know, a couple areas where they're maybe sticking up. But it looks real nice overall. You guys can kind of see what this looks like. It's big. We'll turn it towards the camera here so everybody can see it. Yeah, it's large. It's large and in charge. Look at the size of that thing. Real nice. Let's see that thing. Get to my zoom. We'll get in on that. Yeah, look at that. I guess over here is for probably a ready-to-fly version. I don't know if they have one, but it's all taped in there real nice. Looks good. So, all right, let's get to it. Let's get all the parts out. Instructions are right here. It looks like this is taped in. I'm going to get a knife. I'm going to switch to the top view here, and let's see what we can see here. I'm going to get the instructions out of here first. Let's see how quick we can get this going. Let's go. Very careful not to cut the plane. Let's get this out of here. There we go. There's that. We'll get into the instructions here in a second. Let's see. Looks like there's a note there. Oh, thing about the instructions too, folks. Sometimes instruction manuals on these Horizon planes are older manuals. So it's kind of important to know that. So it's a good idea that when you want to find the most current manual, go to the website, okay, and go to the manual section here, manuals and support. Click on that, and then bring up this, because they will update this manual here. They'll update this very quickly, okay? So this will be the most current manual online. Sometimes the stuff that you have in this thing is old information, okay? So keep that in mind. Always go to the, the newer manual if if you're not sure of something or something that doesn't sound right. Sometimes they make mistakes in the printed version, and then they put the updates there. They'll put in the online. So check that out. So let's get this. We're going to open this up. Let's untape that. You can toss that aside. I'm going to get this spar out first. Let's see here. We'll get that out of there. Nice carbon spar. It's pretty tough. Yep, looks good. Shiny, shiny. All right, we'll put that down there. And then let's see, what do we get next? Here's a little pocket full of, looks like up here there's some, up on the top here, there's a bind plug and screws, probably for your wings, because that's all that's got. And then very carefully with this tape right here, let me get this out of here. Let me lower my desk a bit. Be able to see more if I lower it, I think. There we go. They got this taped and padded nicely. Look at this. They're using masking tape too, so it's not too sticky here. But and then let's get the elevator off. Masking tape here, masking tape here. The elevator just slides in, and you actually use tape. You can see the light bars that are in there. So let me put that down there. And let's see if we can get our wings out. Wings are nice. Looks like they're padded. They got padding between the two. This is ultra smooth here, folks. So no ailerons on this, folks. It's just rudder and elevator, it looks like, and throttle. So that's all you got. Padding between everything. There's your Radian to protect your decal. Pull that off. Ooh, look at that. This is smooth, folks. You can see the bead pattern, but man, it's smooth. And it's like a flat finish too. It's not like a shiny. So really neat. If you guys have stickers sticking up, which I'm noticing, all I'm doing is just pushing them down. Sometimes during shipping, the stickers kind of come like unstuck, you might say. So a lot of times you just got to run over them. In the old days of wood models, you had whatchamacallit there, you had a monocoat that would bubble up and stuff. It would expand a bit, and then you had to shrink it down with a heat gun. So Same concept. Okay, so then the fuselage, we've got to get into this. I could either cut this or I could stick a thing in there and unlock it. So sometimes for those of you that like to reuse stuff, you can stick something right in there and kind of unlock the thing. Let me see if I can get that in there. Try to get that in place without hurting myself. Yeah, you can kind of get in the way of that and you can just undo it. You can just cut it if you want to, but that's a way to kind of, if you really feel like saving one. If you need to reuse one, just do that. Just defeat the lock. Just stick something under the pry lock there that's there. All right, and we'll get this fuselage out. And I think that's all that's in the box, folks. I'm going to take the box and I'm going to throw that baby over there. We will switch camera views and you guys can see what we got. This is nice. So we've got, let me raise the table here a little bit, or actually let me pan down just a little bit on my camera here. I got a new pan and tilt coming that's smoother. This one's like a kind of like a ratchet. So we've got our fuselage here, and I'm going to look for, actually I don't need this, but I've got a Ernst Mega stand here. So stick that up on here. And again, that's it. We got wings. We've got fuselage. Let me look at the chat thing. We got 26 people here. Radian's weird, no ailerons. Yeah, you just use rudder. So what you do is as you're flying along, when you push in rudder, that forward wing, the wing that's moving ahead of the other one, the air gets under the curve, basically the dihedral, but it's like a curve. It gets under that, and that's what makes it bank. So you actually could take your rudder, I think is how this is set up, and it's actually on your aileron channel. So when you move your aileron stick, you're really moving your rudder, and it banks the airplane. So it's pretty simple. It's meant to be simple to fly, just something to get out there. You know, you're not going to be doing aileron rolls because you've got no aileron. So sort of a major requirement. Nice plastic fitting in this tail. This is slick. So fuselage, guys. 2 wings, okay? A tail, a spar right here, a bind plug and screws that I'm going to throw on the Ernst stand, and instructions. And again, consult online. But that's it, folks. This is pretty cool. Let's take a look at the fuselage here. If I get, let's see if I can get here, show everybody. Here's the cockpit area. Looks like they've got a nice NACA vent. This is cool, a NACA scoop that's actually built into the canopy to get air in there. That's unusual. I have not seen, you know, a design like that, but that's kind of neat. Let's get that off of there. They're making some real nice plastic parts nowadays, folks. There's your folding propeller. You throttle up, that comes out, pulls the airplane through the air. You throttle back to idle, it closes, and you glide, just like a glider. You got a couple screws, it looks like right through here, to take your spinner and prop off. Some more intake holes there. Another NACA scoop on the underside. A nice sort of ventral fin type skid here. And then it looks like we've got a magnetic hatch underneath. So, you know, it looks like this is how you're going to access your receivers, your receiver and your servos. Everything's in there. So lots of travel on that. Look how far that is out on the arm. So obviously this is meant to have a lot of throw and everything, and that's okay. I mean, some airplanes are that way. And then it looks like your aileron servos probably plug kind of right into here, into the receiver, which is stuck right there. So really cool. Nice and magnetic, very neat. And then here, let's look at here's your wing joiners. Here's where your wings pop in. They slide right in with the spar. Your aileron wire, it looks like it goes down in there, I think. And then you got a screw from underneath, and that's about it. One machine screw, it probably threads into the wing. We'll look at that, because I see it's beveled down here, so it's probably a flush mounted screw. So, and then back to here, this is nice. Looks like your rudder push rod goes all the way back. It's supported real nicely by a good standoff here. That's pretty nice there. And your rod, horn linkage, it's all connected. I feel that moving a little bit. I might tighten those 2 screws just a bit. Elevator fitting looks super nice right here. So nice and plastic, it sits in there. And your connection, it looks like, is right. Oh, actually, you don't need one, that's right, because your rod is right here. Your elevator rod comes along here and you hook it on. So, oh, actually, there is a connection. There it is right there. My mistake. So you're actually going to plug your elevator servo, which I guess is buried. Yep, it's buried in the elevator. It's going to click into there. So there's no screws on this tail, folks. You tape it. It's interesting. So we'll take a look at it. Again, if you see any stickers coming up, just wipe them down. You know, they come up during shipping in certain areas, but they're nice glossy stickers. Real nice little tail skid in the back here. There you go. Nice little ventral fin skid. And then, here, let's look inside this canopy area. You can just grab this by the sides. And, oh, there's two magnets, front and back. This reminds me a little bit of the Draco, the way the canopies are. Nice plastic pieces with magnets. Let's take a look at this. This is, here's your safe select for binding. And there's your receiver for, okay, ailerons plug in the back. So obviously there's a box in the back. And then I think, I'm not sure where this is going here. Let's see the back of this. Okay, so the speed controller's back in here. And then, yeah, we'll see. Let's see what happens. Okay, receivers just are, now that's a light controller board or something, I guess. Oh, you know what? It looks like they had switches here, but something tells you the lights are controlled by the radio now or something, which kind of makes sense. So that's what you have here, is it looks like there's a plug-in for your lights. I honestly don't know how these lights work, so, you know, if you guys do, you know, talk to me. We'll figure it out in the manual, I guess. And here's your battery, your plug-in for it. So it looks like the battery goes all the way in the back here. So this is probably going to ride up front, I'm thinking, I guess. And then your battery's going to go back like way into there, I think. So, and then you just strap that down. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Again, I don't know. We'll mess with it. We'll get it going. We'll figure it out one way or another. So, and that's it. Looks like they got one antenna taped down there. And is this just a single antenna? It looks like there's only one antenna in here. So there it is right there. They got it taped. So it's kind of look like my videos here where they got the tape job going on there. That looks nice. Antennas around there. That looks good. It does look like a single antenna. Maybe there's a, it's an AR, a 631 receiver in there. Maybe it is just a single. Most of the time these are dual diversity, but that's mostly what you need when you have a real high performance plane. You got something relatively mild like this. You're not going to fly it too far away or anything, so you really only need one antenna, but two is always better for reception. And they call that dual diversity. So anyway, let's see. So there it is, guys. Magnetic hatches everywhere. I like it. I'm guessing the ailerons are going to plug down into here. There's a junction box type thing there. So let's see. And I think the manual showed some switches or something in here that you switch, but I don't think it works that way. I have a feeling it's done by the radio with another channel. So, but let me put this aside and let's check this out. This is the elevator here. Let's go this way. There we go. So spar right across here. Looks like it's fiberglass. Yeah, it looks like a buried fiberglass spar in there. So that's nice and tough. Your lights are running across here again. Just if the tape's coming up, just which is, you know, on this really it isn't, but just push it back down. And we have a foam hinge here. So always want to exercise that a little bit, especially when it's new, you know. And it looks like this is laminated, but it also has an actual like a, I don't know if y'all can see that. Yeah, there it is. You can see a shininess. It's like a tape they ran across here, a tape lamination. So they actually taped it, a taped hinge. So not only is it foam, it may also be kind of laminated, but there's also a tape laminate on top and bottom. So it'll be nice and tough. But yeah, exercise it a little bit, you know, work it in just a little bit so it's moving okay, so it doesn't overstress the servo. But now it should work okay once you do that. There's your wire in there with a ferrite bead on it, okay, for your elevator. So that's all ready to plug in there. And then we'll get to a wing. I'll show you one wing. And there's your wing. We kind of already looked at that, but the finish on this thing's nice. It's pretty sweet. There's, let me see if I can get in close on that. Yeah, that's about as close as I'm gonna get. But it's super smooth, folks. It's like, it's very glassy, but it's a gloss, or it's a semi-gloss kind of finish to it. And then your wingtips, you know, that's too much zoomed in. Oh, I can't see. And there's your airfoil. Flat bottom, of course, round on the top, so it's got some camber to it. And then right here, it's got your screw plug-in, your screw attachment point with, it looks like a brass thread in there. So machine screws are going to go in there. Only 2 screws to assemble. 2 screws, guys, and some tape. And then the end here, it looks like it's got, here's where your aileron wire is. You're going to pull that out and plug that in. So that's ready to go. So again, you got tape on the bottom to hold your lights in. You got tape here to hold your, actually your spar. It's a curved spar. Wow, check that out. The spar actually has a curve to it. Look at that. It goes all the way across right to here. So yeah, let's see how rigid. It's got some flex to it, guys. You're not going to be pulling G's with this, you know. No retina detaching maneuvers with this airplane. I'm going to imagine it would do loops just fine, but obviously not really rolling it much. But we'll see. Decals are applied, nice stickers. Really cool. It's got lights all the way around, so very cool. All right, that looks nice. Let me just do a quick checkout here of the other one. That looks pretty nice. Make sure all the stickers are on it. That looks good. Here, we'll switch views here. Let me pull this out of here. Get that wire ready to go. Screw thread area up top here, again, all brass. Yeah, stickers look like they're on there pretty nice. Again, anything that I think might be sticking up, especially on the leading edge, make sure it's all down. So there we go, we're good to go. And that's it, folks. That is it for the major parts of this. Again, here's your spar. It's tough. So let's see if we got any questions on anybody. Let's see. Mike Burt says, not through the radio switch, it's in the plane. Well, I looked in the plane, I didn't see, well, there is a switch in there, yeah, to turn it on. But I think, I don't know, you guys could tell me wrong, but I have other planes where you can switch the modes, the lighting modes and stuff, via wire in the wing is for the lights. Yeah, okay, that's where that goes in. Okay, that's fine. But you can, in some planes, you could switch the lighting. Like the FMS Night Flyer, the Firefly, like you could switch the lighting via the radio. You can adjust it that way. So, but this I don't know. The manual said you got to do it manually, but let's see. If you guys have one, you'll know better than me because I hadn't even, you know, I hadn't even got this together yet. So let's do this. I'm going to throw this. Let me see if I can go. Let's go this way with it. Let's see. Let me see if I can do this with a manual on the screen. Here, let's try that. I never tried that before. Let's see if we can do that. Let's go. E-flite, Radian. Here, let's turn that off. All right, here's your manual. Flip that up. I'm going to go down to websites. I'll get you guys in there. Oh, look at that. Yeah. If I could get rid of that bar, that would be cool. Let's see. All right, well, anyway, let me pull this down. What does it tell me to do first? What should we do first? We should go, there's all our parts, folks. There you go. We've got our fuselage, wings, tail, dimensions. I think it says to put the tail together first. Here's all your throws and rates and all that kind of stuff. So let's get to your tail. So it says to put your tail through there and put some tape on the top side. So let's see where the tape is at. The tape might be, yeah, here it is. They give you some clear pieces of tape. I would imagine, guys, you can use probably any tape for this thing. But let's use what they got. I'm going to take this. I'm going to dump this thing into the bottom of my Ernst stand. Let me clear a section here. There's not much here but a couple screws and tape and stuff. It looks like there's 3 pieces of tape. And it looks like, according to the picture here, that this thing is intended. In fact, let me adjust the window here just a hair. Let me see if I can get, here we go. Let me just shrink. We'll go that way. We're going to shrink that just a little so you guys can actually see what I'm doing with the plane at the same time. Oh, here we go. Let me lengthen it. There we go. No, that ain't going to work. It's not going to let me do that. All right, let me go a little closer with this. Let's go like this. I'm just adjusting this, folks. Sorry. Let's see what we got. There we go. I'm adjusting the window size. There we go. So let's take this thing right here, and it says to put it through this side. And in fact, I'll probably just switch my view here. Let's go to the top view. There we go. So here's our horizontal right there. And it says we just slide this through. Oh no, my desk is going nuts. Sometimes I hit those switches. They're right here from my desk. Desk has a mind of its own. So I'm going to slide this right in here just like they're saying here. Slide that all the way in. Now what do we do with the extra wire? Do we stick that down into the hole, I guess? Let's see. What does the instructions say? Slide that all in there. Put that in place. And does it say what to do with the wire? Let's look at that. It says plug the wire in. Maybe you lift the tape and stick the ferrite bead down in it or something. Here, let's see. I'm just looking at the instructions as I'm kind of doing this. So, but you can see you just slide your elevator in and then tape it. So I'm not sure how you know that it's in the middle, but maybe there's a marking or something. Is there something to indicate where the center point of this is? I'm looking to see if there's some sort of marker. I don't really see. That's weird. I don't see any marking to know if it's centered. I guess you just sort of eyeball it. So let me slide this in here. That's rather odd to have a just sort of an eyeball deal on that. It's different, but it looks like if you get that in there, you guys get the gist of that. That's pretty simple how that is. And then, let's see, we'll line that up. Yeah, I'm surprised there's not some marks or something. You could measure it, of course, and get it on there. And I'm just going to put my head in front of the camera. Sorry, guys. I'm going to line it up. As you can see, guys, I'm just looking down this way at it. I'm just going to eyeball it for right now. If I have to, I'll adjust it later. I don't see any markings that kind of indicate where it is sort of what's considered centered. So, and in fact, let's read the text. Slide horizontal stabilizer in, center it on the secure in place with 4 included pieces of tape. Okay, so there is a top and a bottom. So what I'll do is I'll line it up better when I've got it on camera, you know, in a better time. Let me see, let me slide this out. There's a piece of tape, actually. I'm seeing, there's a piece of tape here to hold. Oh, I see what that is. So here, let's do this. Let's slide that back in. Put it back into place here. Let me look at this from the top. That actually might give you a better vantage point. Yeah, I mean, it's not that, I don't think it's that critical either, guys, but just, you know, kind of probably measure it and see where the center point is. I'm just going to eyeball from the top. I hope I'm not in the way while I'm doing that, but that looks about right. So, but for now, I tell you what, I'm just going to tape it with something because I'll put these on a little later more correctly, I would imagine. So, but you can see I'm going to peel one off. It looks like it's about centered. I'm going to use my hobby knife here to pick it off of there, and that's always a good way to do it, okay? And then you can just kind of line it up. So, but I wonder if these beads are meant to go inside. That's kind of weird. What a weird construction of this thing. Yeah, let's go. But that's what the picture says. Picture says, so I'll probably peel the tape up and see if there's a slot to stick it down in. Maybe that's the deal here. So, see that what I'm talking about, folks? Yeah, that's strange construction. So maybe that fits underneath here. I don't know if there's a slot for that or something. Here, let's see. Let me see if I can peel that up. I'm just going to look myself. Let's see. I'm going to, oh, there's my, well, that didn't work. Let me get another, grab another tool here. I usually have a second knife around somewhere. Tell you what, I'm going to take this tape and I'm going to kind of stick it on the edge of my desk there. Let me see if I can peel this up and see if there is a place to put some of this darn wire, because there's like, oh, I just tore the tape. Well, that's not good. No, there's no place down there for it to go. There's not a slot or anything for it. So I will probably tuck that in somewhere. Yeah, I just tore the tape, but that's okay because that's going underneath. So yeah, very interesting. So it says you plug this in. Yeah, that's a bizarre way to put that on there. So I guess I'll just tape that down. Here, let me see. It actually goes like this. I may cut a slot somewhere to put that because that's like a lot of wire. You just put that in like that. So let's see. Let's see if I can snap that in. There, now it's in there. It fits in there pretty snugly. But then, so what do? You let this just kind of sit here? Is that what we're doing with this? That's kind of strange. You guys got any suggestions on that? I might tape that down and put a hole. Let's see, light pattern and speed in plane, Mike's saying. Okay, gotcha, transmitter. All right, cool. Let's see what we got. Let's see, that's, yeah, that's a weird way to put that darn thing on. I will probably sink a hole in here somewhere later and maybe just cut a notch and bury that or something, because there's not really any place to, let me look at the instructions here real quick and see what they say real fast. Is there any, no, it looks like they say just let it flap there with the bead, but that just doesn't look right. I wonder if you can bury it. I almost wonder if we could put it, inside there somewhere. Like put, well, there's really not a way to do that, is there? Shoot, that whole thing might come out of there too. It's in there pretty tight. That's a very odd way to put that in there. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to mess with that later. If I figure out an idea where to put it, I'll talk about that during the flight demo, because I don't want to screw with that too much right now. I'll just kind of think about that and see if there's a better way to put it. If anybody has this plane, let me know what you did with this wire. That's just kind of a weird thing hanging out there. Again, I can probably just tape it down somewhere here or cut a notch in the foam and countersink it and just put tape over it. But there's clearly not a notch here for it. There's no place for it. So maybe what I can do is tape it up here. Actually, you know what I might do with it? It's a ferrite bead for, I guess, interference or something. So maybe I'll just tape it up there close to this. So, but again, I'll fool with that later. It's on there for now. But essentially, once we have this elevator lined up and where we want it, we're going to take our tape. What a funky way to do that. Let's see. Yeah, we'll secure that. Yeah, here we go. All right, let's see. So really, you just put this tape just right. In fact, I'll do it on the top side. What the heck? Now that I've got this, oh, it looks like, is there a mark there? No, there's not a mark there. There's just, oh, the tape is pulling up there now. Okay, there's tape on the inside of this thing that got pulled. Okay, there it is. Let me pull that. Yeah, I guess there was some tape in there that came off. So we'll line this up. Try not to get my head too far in the way there. I'll line that up as best I can, what I think is neutral, or in the centered, I guess. And then I'll take the tape, okay, and I'll just put it right down there. So that's how you get your, let's do the wrong side there. And that's how you get this thing on there. I'll just tape that right there. And that's it. That's what you keep that on with. Now you're going to put 4 of these. I'm just going to put 1 on there for now. Put the other one here. Put the other one there, the other one there. And that'll keep it there now for demonstration purposes. And in fact, you know what? Let me just put the second. I'll put a second one on the top. I'll do the top, and then I'll do the bottoms later, just to keep 1 on each side to keep it from moving. So, okay. So once again, using my hobby knife, I'm just going to lay that down as straight as I can get it. Here, let me do this way. That should be a little better. Let's get that on there nice and straight. There we go. All right, and that's it. So those are the 2 I'll put on there for now. Again, it's not a high performance, you know, retina detaching type maneuvering plane, but, you know, so tape should be enough to really hold it there. And that's it, guys. That's our tail on there, pretty much. Again, I'll talk during the flying demo about how I'm going to probably secure that tail, or we might do that wire later. We'll kind of see. And then our wings. The wings are pretty simple. In fact, I'm going to do this upside down, really. Let's do it this way. Let me see if I can switch camera modes here. Put that back down. So I'll get this out of the way. Once again, this is where this plane is going to get big and, you know, kind of harder to deal with. So here, let's go here. I'm going to scroll to my instructions. And it says, just like it says here, slide your wings on. And put your plugs down through in there, and then the plugs go into that little junction box there at the bottom. So let me get rid of that. So here, let's do that. This is going to go in here like this. Slide that in place. We'll do our wings here. Let's do this outboard one first. All right, there we go. We're going to slide this in. Yeah, baby, that's a tight-fitting wing. It doesn't even go in the hole. Oh, yeah, great. There's something stuck in there that I can't get past. Wonderful. There's some junk down in that wing. Yay, Horizon. There's some stuff, something stuck down in there. It's hard to get this wing in. All right, I got past it, so we'll press on. Let's see, we'll get this in there. I always get planes with anomalies, man. It always happens to me. So let's flip this up. And we're going to put these wires down in here through this hole. There we go. Kind of slide that in. And then I'm going to reach down in there. I need some pliers. Let's see here. Not sure I can reach it. Let's see if I can reach it with that. No, I'm not going to be able to reach it with that. Oh, let's try. What the heck? Go down in there, reach in and pull that wire up. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. See that, guys? I had to reach in there and get that thing. You can see right here. There she is, right on in there. So pull that through, okay? Make sure it's not pinching here. See, here's where you got to be careful. You're not pinching that darn thing right there. So pull that through, slide your wing on. There you go. And you got a single machine screw, which just goes right in here. So let me pop that into place. I don't know why that's so long. Oh, well, I guess there's a thread on the other. There you go. Yeah, it's got to go all the way through, so you really got to press that in there. You may have to angle your screw a bit. There we go. We'll get that in. I'll screw that in here in a second once I get the other one on. I'll grab my nut driver. Same deal right here. Let's slide it on. Hopefully there's nothing in the other wing. No, it looks clear. So we'll get this one on. Night Radian. All right, almost broke that off. Here, let's see. Let's slide this. These are some tight fitting wings, man. I think they overdid it with the tightness of that. There's a little slot through here. See if I can find that hole under there. All right, let's get that through. Yeah, that can be a pain. Get that in there. Push this on a little further. Sorry about that, guys. Getting in the way there. All right, I'm twisting it as I'm putting it in there. All right, and that's helping me get to the bottom of this, or get that thing out of there. All right, so I see, sorry about that, folks. Sometimes it's hard to not block what I'm doing here. So let me get this a little closer so y'all can see what I'm trying to get down into that hole there. Right here to grab that connector. That is not an easy thing to get down there. All right, let's see. Gonna dive in there. All right, let's try that again. Let me pull this out a little bit. Twist and turn, baby. Yeah, that's a tight, tight fitting wing. This is not the kind of plane that really needs a wing that fits quite that tightly, but it's better to be tight than loose. So it should, most planes fly better when you got some tightness to them. So I'm going to reach in there and see if I've got enough wire to pull that through with. Yep, I got it. So, but yeah, there's not enough wire to pull it through, even though I got it. All right, let me push this in. Tight wing, man. It's like an F-16 wing or something. Like I'm going to be pulling some G's with it. All right, there we go. I got that through. That's good. There we go. Make sure that's not pinching or anything. There we go. Slide that in. Man, that thing's tight. Holy smokes. Well, don't have to worry about coming off. In fact, that's so tight on there, I don't even think you need screws for that. Okay, folks, let me switch angles here. Yeah, that thing's on there pretty good. Here, let me grab my my screwdriver out of here. This is my radio case. This is where I keep the good stuff. The Cohibas, baby. The Cubans, the Monte Cristos. Let's see. All right, there we go. Down there. All right, back to the top view. So 2 Phillips head screws. Tighten those in there. There we go. This one right here. Tighten that one. Yeah, nice. Very nice. All right, good. Good fit. Very tight, though. I just don't think that thing really needs to be all that tight. And then let me grab my knife, wherever I put that. Let's see. I'm going to tighten these a little bit. Since I don't want to really put these things back in here again, let me zoom in on this. I'm going to take these connectors, as I usually do. Just tighten them up real quick. So just push them down on those little tabs. Just a little bit. If it's a tight fit, you don't need to do this, but I'm just going to put them in there. Just tighten them up. There we go. Pull that away from there. Just tighten that up a bit. And the last one. Just a little bit. So if you guys want to see that video, I put it on the channel. It's called Save Your Plane, How to Tighten Up Your Connectors. And we're going to put the 2 of these in here. So let's start with, here, I'll do this one first. I'm going to go under this wire because I feel like it, if I can get it under there. So let's go under there. Put this in the slot. Again, this is a sort of a junction box, it looks like. Oh, that's right. These are for the lights. That's right. They're not the ailerons. I know I keep saying ailerons, but that's just out of habit. Yeah, these are your lights. Your light controller box. So get the other one. I'm so used to connecting ailerons, if I'm saying ailerons, even though the plane has no ailerons, and I've already said that. Yeah, the lights, that's it. Let's get that in place. There we go. Your wing lights. And that's it. That is it all together. So let's zoom back, go out, and that's it, guys, we're done. That's the assembly of this thing. And that's how big it gets. It's huge, folks. Look at the size of that thing. It's giant. I can't even get it in frame here. Check it. Yeah, really big, really nice. So now we have to get this thing, all bound up. So we'll get to that here. Let me load this thing. I got stuff over there. Look at the size of that. I mean, this thing's gigantic. See if anybody's got any questions there. What's the point? Yeah, what's the point? The transformation channel. What's the point of screws with the wings so tight? Yeah, you really wouldn't even need them in there. The only thing I hate about 6-inch extensions and forceps, yeah. Okay, let's see what that is. I'm not sure what that is. Willing to donate to the RCI module Radian light controller to the channel. Just contact me through EGL. Okay, I'll check that out. Yeah, they are real tight, somebody said. Yeah, you don't need extensions. I mean, you could, but you can get in there enough. The wires are plenty long enough. Let's see. Mike Bird says they won't deliver to England, Europe. Okay, yeah, that sucks. Hobby King sells a night walrus that lights up, but not as cool as this plane. Okay, interesting. John T says they will here in New Zealand. Okay, so I guess there's New Zealand agents for this. Can only purchase Horizon Hobbies from Horizon Hobby Shops. Okay, from hobby shops. Is this a Dynam Radian? No, this is E-flite, guys. E-flite. E-flite Radian. All right, let's see if we can get this bound up, get the canopy off. See if I can go up top here. Let me adjust my zoom here. And let's get some binding happening with this thing so we can get this thing working here. So let me throw up real fast. Actually, I'll move this over here. Move it over here. I'm going to throw these instructions back up because this plane has a lot of weirdnesses to it. So let me get, it's always something different. They're always doing some different stuff. Okay, so we got our wings on. We got our lights on there, not our ailerons. There's no ailerons on this plane. And then here's a battery, and it says, oh, it talks about the LED controller. Oh, they're buttons. Oh, they are buttons. Okay, that's what I thought. This is like the light controller board. So I guess they're saying you can plug it in now and light up the wings and stuff. So let's see. Let's see how that works. So these actually, are they buttons? Heck yeah, they are. What it is there's heat shrink wrap here, folks. And the heat shrink wrap. So I guess it's a manual, it's a manual light thing. Is that the deal? Hopefully I'm not going to blow this away. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, that's cool. Look at the lights. Ooh, look at that. And I guess that's meant to light up the cockpit. And then there's lights. Ooh, wow. We're going to have to go. All right, man. We're going to have to go lights out for this now. Here, you guys ready? Here, let me turn this up here. Let's go back to the normal view. All right, let's get rid of the website thing. So let's see. Let me read this real fast. It says, as you guys can see here, number 1 moves backwards the LED pattern. Number 2 cycles through the speed settings, 7 speed settings, and button 3 moves forward in the pattern. Okay, so the middle one is the speed, and the front and the number 1 and 3 are on, and then the switch turns the lights off. So there's a little switch right here that shut everything off. Okay, so the lights are a whole separate deal, guys. I'm used to sometimes lights being controlled from the radio, but obviously these are not. You just manually set where you want it, I guess, unless somebody tells me differently. So here, let's do this. Let's go dark, man. Let's go commando here. Here, hang on. Let me get the light off. There we go. Look at that. There's the Radian in the... Wow, look at that. Check out the lights, man. All right, that's cool. Look at that. Holy smokes. Oh, hopefully nothing's hot here. My light controller board. I'm checking for heat here. Wow, look at that. Look at the... Check out the light. Oh, wait, I got one more light on. Hang on, let me turn that off. Hang on, I forgot there's an upper light here. I don't know how much that's going to help, but let's turn that off. It's a little bit. Groovy, man. Groovy lights. So you just plug this into your balance port, okay, on your, check that out. All right, I'm dangling some battery here. Let's get that in there. Wow, look at that. That is neat. So they're on the top, they're on the bottom, they're on the elevator. And then if you grab the buttons, let me grab the buttons here, and let me push some here. Look at that. Oh, it changes the color to blue. Look at that. And it goes to purple. Man, I wish these were selectable from the airplane. I'm surprised they didn't do that. That's some fairly simple technology, but look at that. Look at all the colors. And then let's go to a different pattern. Let's try number 2. Second button. Oh, that makes them go slow. Oh, that's the speed. Yeah, that's right. I like it when it goes fast. I think faster is better. It's more psychedelic. Yeah, that's cool. Sorry, guys, I'm just checking it out. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. That's the fastest phase. And then here, let's look at the underside. The underside seems to be the brightest. Check that out. Look at that. Very cool. I love lights, man. Lights just make things look cool. So lots of illumination there. Wow, that is, yeah, that's way cool. Check that out. I'm digging that. All right, well that's how you change all that. And then which one was the color button? There you go. There's green. Yeah, check it out. There's your green. Oh, psychedelic. Look at that one. That's awesome. Look at the different patterns. There's supposed to be like 100 patterns to this. So look at that. Oh, that's neat. I can't believe these aren't controllable from the radio. They should make this controllable from the radio. Wow, look at that. All right, well, we're going to leave it there. Let's get the rest of this thing all bound up. That is just groovy. That's what I call disco there. All right, let's see. Let me unplug that. And you can get some lights on so I can see what the heck I'm doing. But yeah, let's get that going. And that's it. We have light. And then the last thing to do, which I kind of forgot, not a big deal, but it is a big deal if you want to fly it for any length of time, is you got to put your elevator rod on there. So here's our elevator rod. Right here, I want to make that connection. I'm just going to turn it and get it on there. Not sure exactly how they wanted this to go, but I'm just going to snap this in place. There we go. That should fit in there. There we go. We're in like Flynn, I think. Yep, that's snapped in. And we'll put our heat shrink. They got tubing on it already, which is nice. So that's our elevator connection. So that's the last thing we got to do. I got to deal with this wire, though. This little wire hanging down is just goofy. So we will play with that later. And that's it. Let's see if we can get a binding going on here. Let me get this Radian. Here's the problem with the glider. The wingspan's so big that trying to deal with this thing sometimes can be a pain. So let's go websites here. Take a look at my chat log. Looks like we still got a good stream going. Let's see, Big Jim's in the house. And he's saying the wing nut light controller gets rid of that rat nest of wires also. Wing nut Tech Night Radian light controller, 35 bucks. Okay. Yeah, so is that an upgrade for it? Yeah, I figured somebody probably had something like that. Wingnut video on his channel, okay. Air Guardian did an install of it, I think. So, yeah. It's funny because the FMS stuff has that already. Oh, Eric Quinn's in the house. Eric's here checking it out. Never get tired of seeing the night Radian light up. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I've never had a Radian before. Slow up, Rich. Can't make a joint fast enough. Yeah, let's see. Have to get my mate to bring one back in the U.S. Yeah, looks like an easy plane to fly here too. So there we go. Here, let's go. Here, I'll show that comment from John T. there. So Ken Sprouse says most sense that you can't control lights from the radio. you can do it with the Dago light controller. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I was looking through the manual, but I didn't see anything. So if anybody does see something, I would have thought you could have controlled these from like I said, from the radio. I know the FMS stuff is that way. You can usually do that, like with their whatchamacallit, their Firefly, and that's a really great feature to have. So okay, so we got all that stuff. Let's do some binding stuff. Let's do some. I might do this with safe on, because I might have my girlfriend might fly this one a little bit. We'll see. So let's see if I can use this using the bind plug. Let's do it with the bind plug. That might be a little easier because I only got like one hand here. Let's see. All right, so to enable safe select, all right, I'm gonna do a binding of this thing with this thing. All right, let's do this. All right, I'm gonna get this into the bind port. Let's see, we're on top here. The bind port, I believe, is the last one, or no, they have a, did they have a wire here for that, I thought? Yeah, here it is. Yeah, okay, for some reason they got it. Yeah, here we go. Why do they have all this wire here? I don't know if I really need all of that. But, all right, well, let's put that in there. Plug that in place. I'm just going to use that because I think it's a little easier to do it like that. So here, let me get the instructions, which you guys can see on the screen, because I usually don't bind this in safe. So it says, all right, so you got to lower the throttle, connect power, look for the flash, and then remove, select this, control twice, disable safe. Okay, so using the bind plug, let's see. So using the bind plug button to enable safe select. All right, so let's put that in there. Actually, I need to get a memory here, so let me go ahead and do that. I hadn't done that yet. I'm behind the curve here on doing that. Let me go down to here. Let's go to system setup. Let's go yes. Let's go model select. There it is. Actually, you know what? They might have memory. Here, let me go back here. Let me see. Model select. Let's do a new model. I'm going to go down here. We're going to hit create. There we go. Model type. Let's see. Actually, we're going to do a glider. Let's do glider. Yay. Data will be reset. All right, well, hang on a second. Let me go back for 1 second. Main screen. Okay, there's acro. So let's go back to there. System setup. Yes. Model type. Let's go glider. Yes. Probably just use regular airplanes. Probably all you need. Model select. Oh, wait, there we go. Sail. I'll just leave that on there. Let's go. I don't really need to do much with this, do I? I'll just leave that there. I'll name it later because I only have the one sailplane on here. So I'll leave that as is for now. And then let's go ahead and turn this off because we're going to have to do a bind. There we go. We'll take a battery because I got this right here. No, I can't use that one because of the connector. Let's put this in here. Put this 2200 in here. See if I get that way in there. Man, that does not want to fit. Just that little Velcro seems to make the difference there. Here, let's undo that strap. Get the strap off of there. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get that in there. See if I can fit that. Man, that really doesn't want to put a 22 in there, does it? Wow, that's kind of a tight fit, isn't it? Yeah, that's not. Little tight in there. Little rat's nest action. All right, so let's do this. Let's get our wings level. Elevator level, even though that really shouldn't matter. There's no ailerons. Here, let's plug this in. All right, let's do that. And let's bind it up. Lights flashing in there. Binding. It's trying to bind. See what it does. It does not want to bind. It's still flashing. Bind failed. All right, let's see. Make sure I got that plug in there. Yeah, I do. That's okay. Sometimes it fails. It's not always a perfect world. Turn the radio back off again. Right here. Get it off. Put it down there. Let's try it one more time. Now let's press that. and hold it and start it up. Holding my bind button down.
Telemetry. Bind complete.
Bind complete. Sweet. All right, let's see. All right, up, down, right, left. Okay, everything's working okay. And you guys can see on my aileron channel, right rudder, left rudder. Again, no ailerons. Elevator up, elevator down. Now, I think I did a binding of that. If I'm going to put it in safe, I think I did that. You know what? I'm going to leave it off because I don't want to mess with it. I think it's good the way it is. Actually, you know what? Let me go to enable safe. Oh, that's right. You're supposed to pull it out before you... Here, let's try that. That's right. I did it backwards. Let's see this. I'm going to unplug it. I'm going to do it one more time. Because you're supposed to pull the thing out first if you're going to do it in bind mode or safe, I think. Here, let's turn that off. All right, let's try that one more time. Bind plug's still in there. It fell. Let's do that one more time. Okay, so now it's flashing. Okay, I think you unplug this first, I think is the way that works. And then you go ahead and you bind. Let's try that one more time. Yeah, it does it twice. Okay. You have to pull your bind plug out first before you start the binding to get it into the safe mode. And again, the only reason I'm doing that is because my girlfriend will probably fly this thing. Or I'll probably get her flying this, you know, because it's relatively easy, and I think she wanted to learn how to do a little bit of this stuff. So anyway, so there we go again, folks. There's your elevator. Back, up, down, or sorry, up, down, right, left. Right is right rudder, left is left rudder. So, and that's all you got for control. There is a throttle control here, which I don't really want to fire up so much with all these wires hanging out of here. Let me just make sure that that's doing its thing. And it doesn't seem to be. That's okay. I'm not sure why. But let's see. Oh, you know what? It thinks it's a glider. I screwed that up. Let's do this. It probably doesn't even know there's a throttle. So let's do this. Let me unplug this. I'm going to take my bind plug and I'm going to put that back in. I should have selected airplane. That's the mistake I made. So let's do this. Let's go back down here. Let's go to system setup real fast. I'm going to put this right up here. Yes. I'm going to go to airplane type. I'm just going to go back to airplane because it really thinks of it as an airplane because it's got a throttle. That's just something I didn't think about. There we go. So we're good to go. So I'll do another rebind of that. Binding like crazy here. So bind plugs in. Let me plug this in. We've got this whole thing flashing in here. And then let me get rid of this. Yeah, let's turn that off. I'll do it again because I left my radio on. Give me 1 second here. Plug it in. We've got our flashing going on right down here. I think you guys can probably see the flashing happening. We'll go ahead with the bind. There we go. Go solid. Oh, I did it backwards again. I screwed that up. Let me turn that off. Let's turn that off. Let's turn that off. All right, I made the mistake again of not putting it in safe mode again because I usually never do that. So, all right, let's try that one more time. So, plug it in, let our light flash, and if you want it to go into safe mode, you got to pull your bind plug out. Then go ahead and bind it. That's right, I was doing it backwards, doing it the regular non-safe mode way. Yep, you see 2 cycles of the flight controls, and that means that you're in the right mode, or you're in AS3X mode. So let's see what we got. So now we should have a little bit of throttle control, which again, you want to be careful when you've got, yeah, there we go. That's why I was getting no throttle. Okay, note to self, don't use sailplane mode because it won't give you any throttle control. So very next thing I'm going to do, as I usually do, I'm just going to go right into throttle cut. Okay. I'm going to activate the switch that I use for it. Actually, I got to scroll down there first. Use the switch I use for it right there. Okay, and that is going to be, I'm going to go to position 2 for what I use. I'm going to make that one white. I'll make that one black. So Now what happens is I should have some throttle. Let me just check that out. Let me grab that prop out of the way so I know it's not going to. Let's give it a little throttle. There we go. That's good. And make sure the kill works. Okay, so I've got it in kill mode. It's not going to power up, and we should be good to go. So now that we've got the safety in there, I think that's really about it, folks. Let me look through the instructions here and see if there's anything. Oh, we have a switch assignment to do. Let me do that. Let's go. Where is that switch assignment? There we go. Assigning a designation. So once this thing's all bound up, I'm going to take my sticks here, and I think it's like this. You move the two of these in. I don't know if it'll do it with the throttle cut on there. And I'll use safe mode. What am I going to use for the safe mode? I'll actually use this switch right here because that seems to be a good one to use. Let's put those in. Nope, doesn't seem to be working. Let me do a reboot and see if that'll work. Let me unplug this. All right, let's undo that. All right, it says you can use any switch and assign that. Let's turn that back on. Let's make sure we bind up. Let's see. We've got to make sure we're in 100%, which we should be. Let's see. It says bind the aircraft, choose safe on. This will allow the system to be assigned to a switch. Hold the transmitter sticks inside bottom corner and toggle your switch, indicating the switch has been selected. Okay, the control surfaces will twitch. Okay, it says this is an example of motor channel positions. Use channel monitor to verify channel movement. Okay, so let's plug this in. In fact, I'm going to make the power hot there. There we go. We got that. Let's see. We're going to go up and down 5 times. Yep, not seeing a twitch. All right. Somebody sees a mistake I'm making or something I should check, let me know. Let's see. Set aux2 up. Oh, is it I got to be on aux2? That's right. Maybe that's what it is. Let's see. Let's go. I just like this switch back here for the safe because I don't think there's another switch I want to use. aux2. So here, let's do that. Let's go. Let me unplug. Let's go. Maybe it's got to be on that channel if I remember correctly. I usually never set up safe, so that's why I don't really know how to do it that well. I've done it on a couple planes, and I just stopped doing it. But this is the kind of plane that I'll hand to somebody, and I'll do that. So let me go channel assign, system setup, and let's see if that'll do it. Let's go to model select. Let's see what we got here. Channel assign. Let's go. No, I don't want to do the aux1. No, let me go back to, so it's aux1 is what I probably got to do. So aux1 is what this is going to be, and it's assigned to D, it says. So let's see, D is probably right here. So yeah, I mean, I guess I could do it on that one. That'll be fine, because I don't have any flaps on this. So switch aux1 is D. Let's try that switch. Here, let me go back, because there is an aux2B switch. Okay, that's right. Let's try, aux2, let's assign aux2 to D. I'm going to put that back to B. Not sure what that's going to do. Hopefully it doesn't do anything bad. All right, here we go. All right, let's try that. Let's see if I can assign that now. Not sure if that's going to work or not, but let's see. Oh, no, like I said, I usually never set up safe because it usually messes me up. Sometimes I'll take off with it in safe and not knowing that I have that switch selected. That did it. Okay, that gave me safe mode. So you're right. I used aux2, I guess, but I assigned it to this switch. So now what happens is if you guys can see this, let me get out of here. Kill the website thing. All right, there we go. So do I have stabilization? Nope, I got no stabilization. But I put the switch up, now I have stabilization. Okay? Yeah, it's working. I'm watching it go in the proper direction. Up, down, there we go, perfect. So the way that works, folks, is once you assign the switch, once you follow the instructions here, and put your sticks to the inner corners like that, and then cycle your switch on aux 2 like I did, this upper switch position, if you have a 3-position switch, this is your safe mode. The others are not. So anyway, so now it's on. I can operate it in safe if I want to, and that way, my girlfriend and I could get her flying it and stuff too. So I think there's also some suggested rates in here. I think it's just 70%. In fact, let me go back to, yeah, see they got a high and a low rate right here. Low and high rate, 70 or 100. So, and then here's your CG. Shoot, just messed that up. They show the CG 3 1/8 back from the leading edge root. And you see it's way back. On gliders, a lot of times it is way back because it generally glides better when it's all the way back. So let's see, let me plug in the light controller here and see how that is, which is kind of buried in there. Yeah, there's a little bit of a rat's nest of wires. Again, the downside to smaller planes. So here, let's see. I'm not seeing any lights coming on now. All right, that's okay. It's bound up and good to go. All right, let's go back to this view again. Let me see if there's anything else that we need to do to this. Let's see, are we having a slowdown here? Let me check my stream. Still excellent stream. Let's see, try that too. If you open the channel empty. Go to the monitor panel and see what's assigned. Yeah, that's another place I could go, Ken, you're right, but I figured it out without the monitor, so let's do that. You're right. Yep, LED patterns need to be adjusted before taking off. Yeah, the RCL module controls the lights from the radio and can even turn them on and off. Yeah, that's nice. I'll have to look into that RCL module, see if we can get one, show it to you guys. Good thing you're showing everybody how to set up the night Radian in the transmitter. Yeah, RCL modules will allow the night Radian controller patterns from the radio plus on off. Yeah, like I said, the FMS Firefly does that already. You have a button you can control. You flip through all that. That's why I'm surprised this doesn't have it. I would think it'd be nice to have that on this. Here, let me see if I can let me go back to my top view here real quick again. This battery is kind of a tight fit in here. Like I'm having to grab this, and I mean it'll go in there, but it is kind of tight in there. That's a 2200, so I guess it really is meant for a smaller kind of this ferrite bead here is kind of in the way too. I wonder if I can adjust that in such a way that I can get that maybe down in this notch. It looks like it was meant to go down in there maybe. Speed controller's right here. Let me see if I can zoom in for everybody here a little bit. You see what I'm doing. It is a tight fit in here. This is one of the reasons, again, why I'm always not too excited about some smaller planes, because it's always, sometimes the fit on this stuff's a pain. There's a notch here, which looks like it's meant for this ferrite bead, so I'm going to try to, oh, there we go. Here, the speed controller comes up here. Let me see if I can get that ferrite bead down in there. That looks like almost like it was meant for that, and maybe it was. Shoot, what a mess. It's not that bad, really. I'm just making it, pull this up and out of here. The speed controller. Okay, that's plugged in there. Okay, so I think if I get this, I hope I don't screw this up too bad. It shouldn't. So I get that bead down in there. All right, let's see. No, looks like it doesn't want to go in there just because it's tight. But let's see if I can get, let me unwind it a bit. I think I'll be okay if I adjust the ferrite bead weave here a little bit. Here, let me see if I can get, I just need a little more space with that. There we go. I think if I roll this through the bead a little bit, yeah, I'll pick up a little more room. I think that's okay. I don't think that's going to hurt anything if the ferrite is a little farther down there. There we go. So now I can maybe get this bead down in that slot. There we go. That fits down there a little better. Hopefully that doesn't cause any disruption of anything. But yeah, see, I got the bead. I buried the bead, sorry guys, down in this little slot here. Yeah, show it to you closer. Right down in there. So I just readjusted the way that I pulled the sort of the winding, I guess you could call it, around the bead, so I had a little more space from the speed controller, and then I just pushed it down in there. Now there's more space to actually slide the battery in. So let me try to configure this a little better. Try to configure this as best I can for using it actually at the field. So let me see if I can get these wires down in here, which it looks like I can. There we go. That all goes down there. I'll have to look into that light controller because, man, I'd love to control the lights from the... Somebody, if you guys don't mind, send me a link for that. I'll see where that's at and see if I can get a hold of one and show everybody or have it on there. And all right, let me put these down in there, and that looks... Actually, that's much more tidy. And in fact, this bind plug, you don't need that at all. I mean, that's just... I mean, you can get to the bind plug easy. You don't need any of that stuff, I don't think, in there. So, and then this will all go... You can tape this all down in here. I'll stick it down in here somewhere. I'll probably secure that in there in such a way that I can get to... In fact, I'll probably put this down here somehow. Actually, if I put the switch... Well, here's an idea. How about if I put the switch... Maybe... How's that going to fit? Yeah, that's not the best way to... If I could get this switch down in here, like right in here... and flip this around. That might actually fit in there nice. I'm sort of surprised I didn't arrange this a little bit better. I'm having to do some surgical work here, but it's not bad. It's not horrible. I mean, so let me see if I can get that in there and get this down in here. Yeah, see, that's organized now pretty much. Look at that. So, and most of it is away. And in fact, you know what I'm going to do? How flat is... Ooh, the bottom of that's flat. Here, let's do this. I'm going to tape that. Let me grab a little tape here, folks. I'm going to grab... All right, guys, let me grab some double-sided tape. There's my tape bag. Anytime you can't find something in my shop, just look on the floor. It's usually behind me. Here, let me grab my little tape bag here. My tape here. So what I'm going to do, just to organize this a little better, I'm not sure how well it's going to work, but we're going to try. So I'm going to take a little bit of tape here. And with some scissors, this is some double-sided 3M Turbo Ultra, you know, industrial strength. Oh no, where'd that go? Just drop that. Where the heck did that just go? There it is, it fell into my mega stand. So I'm gonna put a little bit of that right here. Let's see, I'm gonna stick that right on the bottom side of that. Double-sided foam tape, baby. You could probably use almost anything for that, but all I got to do is get the backing off of it. That's the most challenging part. Here, let's see. Get to that. Let's see. I can't see unless I put my glasses on. So let's get this off of here. Man, that's not easy to get off. That's how strong this tape is. Stuff does not want to come off of there. Hang on, I need a hobby knife. Where's my knife? There it is. We'll have to do this a little more surgically here. Take this, have to get under that thing. This is that 3M stuff that I actually use this to put some car stoppers down in my garage to the cement, so it just, those things don't move. So this is some tough stuff. So I'm probably overkilling it here a little bit. All right, so let's try this. I don't know if this is all going to be the best configuration of this, but let's see if I can get this to stay down right there and get that switch to stay in there. That should be a good place. Should is the operative word here. If I can get that to stay there, let's try that. So actually that's fairly organized, roughly. It's not perfect, but anyway, you can see, you can see what that looks like right there. I've got that switch box right up against this wall, and I've got the switch right behind it. So that's actually pretty organized, pretty clean. Let's see how the battery goes in there now. So if you're using a little battery like this, you can get these at Horizon Hobby too. These are the two I'm using probably, and then also I've got this SPEKTRUM, 2200 pack, Fly 1300. These, you can also get these on my Amazon store. I put these in there because I'm using these for a lot of stuff. Mostly my receiver packs and my larger jets. So, but look, now everything looks like it's pretty much out of the way. Let's see how this fits in now. So it's still a tight fit because of the foam, but shoot, now it goes right in. And in fact, I might do this with, it might be better to do this with this way, because that way it'll get the wires out of the way of that. There we go. And the switch is down here, which actually is kind of hard to reach with that. But, so maybe I'll switch that or something. But in the meantime, if you're using a small battery, you won't have a problem. So that'll go right in there, and then you can access the switch pretty easy. So let me plug this in. No, that's not going to work. Can't do that. Let's turn, oh, I turned the switch off. That's why none of that was working. So let's leave the lights on. I'll plug this in. Let's get this going. And it's binding. Let's let it go through its whole AS3X thing. There's the tail moving twice. Notice it cycles twice. Okay, and that means it's in the safe mode, or safe mode's active, let's say. So, and then let's plug our lights in to this. And let's see, are they working? Yay, no, they're not. Did I just switch it off? Maybe I switched it off. Here, let's go down here. Now they're on. Woo! Disco time. All right, now there's plenty of room. As you guys can see here, there's plenty of room for everything. That's a nice little layout. If you just, put your board there, and then you can reach in here and you can switch everything. You can change your modes right there. There, I changed the mode on it. And then this should strap down okay. Look at that. There we go. That's that. I think the last thing I got to do is just assign some rates here. So, this thing we're not going to be doing crazy stuff with it, so I'm not worried about the battery really falling out of this too much. We're going to be mostly upright. Okay, let's put this down. Let me deactivate my throttle. That might be a good idea. And that's it. We got lots of space in there. This is pretty nice, folks. Last thing I'm going to do is just adjust rates. Okay, so again, your aileron stick is set up for rudder. Elevator, of course, elevator, and everything's moving in the right direction here. So let's do this. Let's go to let's go to rates. Dual rate and expo. I'll go right there so y'all can see. I'm going to go aileron rates. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select my aileron. I'll put this so everybody can see it. I'm going to go to the switch, okay, and I'm going to assign my aileron to this one, F. Okay, I'm going to assign a high rate of 100, and I'm going to go low at, let's go 70, I think is where the book said. Let me go all the way down. I'll put that at 100 also, or 70 also. So my top switch is going to be 100. My other two are going to be 70 because that's all I really want. And then let me see what kind of rates and stuff I have. Sorry, ailerons. Yeah, so I got high and a low on the elevator now, or the rudder, I should say. So let's go. And in fact, if I really want to go nuts, you know what I'm going to do? Let's do this. Let's go to the high switch position. Let's see if I can go all the way up and get any travel. Yeah, that's a lot more travel. And then I get 100. Oh no, let's try 100. Moved it too much. All right, here we go. That's in the mid position. So let's try 100 there. And then 70 down there. So let's see what I got for aileron. No, it's only giving me 2 rates anyway. So yeah, I think that's why I did that. I think it has something to do with the AS3X. So let me just go 100 and 70. Let's see, there it is. So 100 at the top, 70 at the 2 lower, and then I'm going to go to aileron, or sorry, let's change to elevator. There we go, same deal. Go down to switch, assign it to this one, and then we'll leave 100 there at the high, and the lower will be at 70. Low 70. That's all. So the 3 position switches I'm just using as 2 position switches. That's really all I'm doing because it only lets you have 2 rates anyway for whatever reason with the AS3X. I'm sure Dave could tell me why, but all right, let's see. Up, down, left, right, up, down, right, left, and that's it. That's at high rates. So low rates, up, down, right, left, that's it. So everything's working nice. AS3X. Let's make sure that's working. Let's do that one more time. Switch you guys over. Looks like my rudder is correcting. Pitch is correcting. I'm going like this, pitch is going up. Going like that, pitch is going down. And there we go. I got a safe mode on. And that is it. We got it. So, all right, guys. That is it. Questions? Comments? Anybody want to put anything, throw anything in the hat? So that is it. I'm getting nothing. There'll be light. Here, let's see. All right, anybody want to throw anything in there? What time is it right now? It's 3:38, so we're actually doing pretty good on time. I could probably show you guys the edge even, I think. Here, let's see what we have here. That is it for the Radian. Let me kill the lights again. Here, let's kill all that. See what other combinations we have. There it is. Ooh, the Radian. It's actually a lot darker in here than I would think that. Oh man, check that out. This is like a flying disco now. This is cool. I like this. Here, check out the underside. Wow, that's slick. That's gonna be nice to fly that. That's a good. Actually, that's a nice mode right there because the whole thing is lit up, but it's also pulsating. That's very cool. Right there with close encounters of the third kind there. Yeah, man. Let me get a drink here. I'm watching the chat log here with you guys. So, John T says, what do I want to blow my money on this week? Let's see. I'm going to keep that comment hidden. Somebody put up there. Rich, AS3 is not active till 25% throttle. Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, I'm getting, here, let's go till, here, let me power it up. All right, so we're on there. So now the AS3X works, and it was correcting for me, but now it's really moving. So let's see, let me flip this to the thing. It looked like it was moving, but I have my don't have my glasses on. It's hard to see that stuff. But let me go to, this is your stabilized mode or your wing leveling mode. Okay, let me see if it goes to, let me see if it goes. There we go, that's working. Yeah, sometimes that's why I hate setting this up because sometimes it's hard to tell what it's actually doing. There we go, but it's correcting. Yeah, you have to be up at 25% to activate it. But here, let me flip through some of these. Like I said, guys, most of the time I'm flying without any gyros, so I don't even, like I said, I sometimes just don't like messing with them. Let me see if I can flip some of these modes for everybody to see, though. Here, let's go into some of these. The speed is controlled by the middle, right? And then there's another mode. There's a slower mode, faster mode. Ooh, that's just pulsating. That's cool. Look at that. Pulsating in blue, pulsating in sort of a magenta, and this is yellow, purple, red, green, and then that's a pulsating blue, purple, or whatever. It's just a million modes here. Let's go through. Let's see if I can get something that goes fast here. That's cool. Very neat. And I think the best lights are the underside lights, actually, because they just really, because the idea is you're going to be gliding. This thing will be up in the air. Okay. I'll show the underside as I push the buttons here. Red, green. That's cool. That's full disco there. Look at that. Very neat. Get that for everybody to see. I'm just cycling through the buttons, folks, to show you the different modes that this thing has. Oh, look at that. It's like a yellow and white. Looks like maybe blue and white, red and white. That's neat. Green and white. Yeah, once you get to a new mode, then it cycles through the colors. Oh, that's neat. Look at that. That's going forward and towards the inside. So you get to another mode, and then it cycles through all the colors, it looks like. Oh, look at that. That's neat. That's kind of a rainbow. Very neat. Cool stuff. Look at that. Oh, look at that. That's just a flickering kind of a deal. Awesome. Oh, that's neat. Blue and red, kind of pulsating. Yeah, I'll have to get that module. I really want to be able to change these in flight. I mean, that's a nice feature to have. Yeah, lots of, oh, that's neat. Look at that. It just pulsates the whole thing. I wonder if there's a steady on, steady off kind of thing. That's neat. Yeah, cool. Like I said, I'm just cycling through them. That one's cool. Yeah. Oh, that's kind of like a, oh, that fades. That's cool. Very neat. Multicolors. So, and that is it, guys. That's the crux of this thing. It's, see if I get something with some action here. Yeah, like that. Yeah, some are more steady, some are more pulsating. That's the inside pulsating, but the wings are steady. Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, it should be fun to get out there and fly it. All right, I think we covered everything with this, folks. This is neat. Very cool, very cool. Yeah, right now we're stuck with the outboard panels are steady, I guess. Or maybe they malfunctioned. Because it looks like it's changing everything but those outboard panels. Yeah, I'm going to do let me do a reboot of that. So it almost looks like the outboard panels crashed, but maybe that's part of the mode. Let's see. Let me do an unplug, and I'll just do a replug. There we go. See what it's doing. See, it looks like the outboards are not working now. That's interesting. That might take a second. Let's see. Let's plug this in. Yeah, I'm not getting the outboard panels working now all of a sudden. That's bizarre. Here, let's try something here. Let me do an unplug here, the whole thing. I'm going to do a rebind in here. Let's let it bind. All right, cycling twice, so that's good. And let's see, this battery could be dying too. That might be what it is, but there we go. We got the outboards back. Or we had the outboard on one wing. Let's see. Oh, there we go. It's working. So I guess you just got to hit it the right way. Let's see. That's it, guys. The Radian's cool. I really like the lighting package on it. Let me see if I can get back to... Let me see if I can change the speed. That's slow. That's fast. Or faster. That's slow. I'm trying to just push through some buttons and get it to... There we go. No, I went to slow now. There we go. That's pretty quick. Go to the next mode. I like that all white and blue. That's slick. Yeah, I think we've gone through them all. There's supposed to be 100 or so of them. But yeah, that red and white's neat. I think I'll leave it there. So the tail lights up real well. You can see the size of this thing is huge, folks. So it's trying to correct. It's trying to save me from catastrophe here. So anyway, yeah, the whole thing lights up. It's better when it lights up. I guess the lights are brighter on the bottom, because that's mostly like what you guys are going to see. So the whole fuselage lights up all the way down. So pretty cool stuff. Yeah, it's meant to be seen best from the underside, but yeah, that's pretty psychedelic. I like that. It's pretty cool. Very, very neat. Yeah, I like it. All right, so anyway, that's it, guys. That was pretty easy to get together. Just 2 screws, 4 pieces of tape. You know, do a little binding. You know, arrange your cockpit, your canopy, your battery area, and you're kind of good to go. Let me get the lights back on. Let's see. See what we got here. I think that's all we got. All right, we are good to go. So any questions, guys? Let's see. Regarding the tail, just a bit of advice. Don't rely on the tape. I'll probably use something stronger. Yeah, someone said don't rely on the tape. Use some foam tack also. Oh, you glued it in. Cut a notch in the tail for the wire. Actually, you know what's probably better to do? What's probably better is to glue in just a little bit of wood on the elevator, and then just drill through that plastic into the wood, put a self-tapping screw or something. That's probably the best way to go. Do not rely on the tape. Use some foam tack. Yeah, if you want to foam tack and glue it, that's fine, but I'm going to put a little bit. Somebody said, Flanker Tanker said the wing nut is awesome. Flanker Tanker, can we send her there? I'm not sure. No, I'm not sure what that means. Let's see. That's the plane you hang from the ceiling in the bedroom. All right. All right, guys, that is it for the Radian. I mean, this is awesome. Check it out in the links below. Question is do you guys want to see the Edge 540? I might open that up and show that to you real quick if you guys want to check it out. If I can get some more people on here wanting it, we'll do it. But I think we're done with this. All I got to do is I probably will secure that tail as suggested. In fact, I'm going to put some wood. In fact, let me go to top view. In hindsight, now that you're mentioning that, yeah, I'm not real thrilled with the tape, but even though it probably is okay, I will probably take a piece of wood. I'll slide the elevator out. I'll put a piece of wood right underneath this plastic, but I'll make it flush with the elevator, okay? And I'll glue it in here, okay? I'll glue it into the elevator probably. And then I can just screw through this plastic and right into that, okay? And then you can unscrew it and slide it back out. Then you have a nice wood screw. I don't know why they didn't do that. Probably for cost reasons. Usually everything is for cost, you know. But, I mean, the tape will hold okay, I think. I probably will use a larger piece of tape, though, to put across there. That's probably a better way to go if you're just going to go with tape. But, yeah, I'm going to put wood into here, I think. Just something thin like even 1/64 or 1/16 light ply in there. Probably going across. In other words, it's going to go, shoot, I just ran out of room. I'm going to drop this. It'll probably go from all the way across. In other words, right where this plastic is. So it'll only be about an inch, inch and a half wide. Put a little cube, a little block of it in there. Glue it down in there, and then you can screw down in there. You got to make sure you don't screw into the lights, though. Okay, so the screw, based on where the lights are right along here. So you probably need to put the screw in here, maybe where that little kind of dimple area is, maybe right up here. That'll keep them from moving. So yeah. But good call on that. That does make sense. In fact, I'm going to check right now while I'm doing this. I'm going to let me flip this airplane upside down real quick. I'm going to take a look while I'm here and make sure I did get this elevator horn on here correctly. Get this thing on here, make sure I did get that elevator horn, make sure it was secure, because I did that without that. The airplane's trying to roll me, see? Oh no, it's trying to save me from a crash. All right, let's see, let's get this,
System idle.
let's get this thing over here. Yep, it's latched in good. I got it in there okay. And I think I said, yeah, I got it. It's not idle. I'm just not, yeah, it is idle. I'm not touching it. Let me see. I think I'm going to get, real quick, let me see if I can find one of my little micro screwdrivers back here. Let's see. No, I don't have one there. Give me a second here. All right, don't fall off. Oh, yeah, it's borderline on falling off, isn't it? Do I need to tighten that at all? I thought I'd tighten these just a hair. No, they're probably okay. I think I'll leave them alone. So, all right, guys, that is it for the Radian. Real nice plane. Let's roll it around here. All right, here we go. And that is it. That's all she wrote. And that's what we got. So we're going to unplug it and put her away here. So, all right, guys, let's see. Somebody said, go for it. Let's see the edge. All right, we can show the edge, I think. What time we got? 3:51. A little tight on time for it, but I think we probably can do it. Here, let me unplug this, and let's pull this out. All right, let's see what we got. All right, let's pull this out of here. Let me get this unplugged. And there we go. Everybody take 5 here, and maybe we'll pull the edge out here. Let me get this up here. Yeah, all right, that's all we need. So let's get this over here. I'll just park this aside. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put it way up here because I can. Let's get this going. Well, no, I can't do that because I got to get that down. That's right. Be good for display, but it makes it hard to get that box out of there. All right, that's it. Love that plane. That's nice. Nice airplane. Let me get this down here. I'll put those instructions over there. Let's turn that off. We'll get this over here. All right, everybody wants to see the edge come loose, huh? All right, let's see. Let's get this down here. Any more questions? Real crowd puller. Let's see. The tape holds just fine. It's done for cost. Yeah, of course it always is, yeah. On the T-28 Consendo 1.5, I've not had an issue on either of them because the planes are so lightweight, yeah. Yeah, I guarantee the Arrows plane goes easier than the Horizon Hobby. Could be. I mean, most Horizon stuff is really good, but, you know, sometimes. That was a little bit of a weird one because of that tail and, you know, trying to figure that out and then the wires. I don't have to do the whole receiver and all that stuff on the edge, so we'll unbox it and look at everything. That way I can get it out to the field quicker for you guys. So, all right, let me get the tape away. My tape bag is right there. It's supposed to be back there, but it's not. All right, so let's do this. Radio's off. I'm going to stick this back here. So when I can't find my radio, go, guys, Rich is behind you. Here, let me get rid of that. Yeah, that's done. All right, let me get these out of the way. I'm going to have to pull these off of here. Guys, we're going to get this out hopefully tomorrow. We just weather and work and stuff. So, but, you know, we've got the X-Fly A10, guys, at Banana Hobby, so check it there. It's in stock, I believe, so check it out. I haven't flown it. The Hawk flies awesome. I'm going to have another video. We just launched that, guys, so, you know, once again, if you guys want to see that, here, I'll put this here. Put that on there. Let's go with this. We got this one out there, so check it out, folks. There's the Hawk flight we did. You guys can see that baby fly. Real nice airplane. So, yeah, this is also arrows, guys, so check it out, Hobby Zone. Good to go. We'll put that down here. Yeah, baby. This thing flies fantastic. Like I said, I got a video of Gavin. Gavin's flying this, and he flies the heck out of this darn thing. So we're going to have a video of that out here soon, too. So I got that loaded up in the queue, and we'll do that next. So, but a little Hawk action for you here. And let's see what I got here. Yeah, that Hawk is awesome. Nice flying plane. But I figured I'd fly it first, let Gavin fly it, and then he did a great job flying it. So, all right, here we go. Let's get this out of here, and let's get this going. This is from Arrows, guys. Edge 540, 1300 millimeter, hot off the presses, folks. If you guys got people that want to see this, we're doing it now. We're doing it right now. Getting it out of the box so I can get out to the field and fly it. So, okay, if you guys go to Hobby Zone's main page, boom, there it is, right on the edge. I got a link, guys, in the description below this, so if you guys want one, please use the link. That supports us. Appreciate that. Let's get this. Let's see if I got any messages from anybody. Let's see. Rich, I PM'd you the link for the wing nut controller. Okay, I'll check that out. Let's see. Thanks for the live stream build of the Night Radian. That's the transformation channel. Yeah, thanks. You don't have to totally build it, Rich. Just show us the build, etc. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll just give you guys the kind of rundown, okay? Because I don't, you know, I want to get this out to the field real quick, and I just got it like yesterday. It came in, so and I want to get it out there and show everybody. Plus, this thing's brand new, guys. This is like hot off the presses. They just got this in stock, so I'm trying to do these things a little more timely for everybody. But here, let's do this. Let me lower my desk a little bit. There we go. And then I'm going to switch up top here. And oh, there's a note here too. Check it out, right? Yeah, there it is. There's a note on this thing, okay? Let's see what the note says. Important. Okay, the cockpit. Let me get rid of this. All right, the cockpit is painted black. Exposure to the sun will cause deformation. Please do not expose it to the sun after the flight. Okay, so don't let it sit in the sun. I think we all know that, but this one, obviously, if they're being a caution on it, then it's probably got some problems. So, you know, with it. So just keep that in mind. We don't want to melt it. So I'll have to change the thumbnail for this video now that we're doing two planes. But here you go, guys. Specs on it. So you all got the gist of it. 1300 millimeter, 51-inch wingspan, 50 inches long, 1900 grams. It's got a 910 kV motor, 60 amp ESC, 4 servos. They're 23 grams. 4-channel. Leading edge, that's a CG, depending on what you want to do with it. 13.6 prop, and it uses a 4S. So that's what we got with this thing. I like the paint job on this. I think it's pretty cool. I like like I said, it's like Spectrum color. So let me see if it says anything else around it. No, Edge 540. All the Arrows stuff is top notch, man. Like Arrows is making like the best stuff around. So let's see what else it says. Anything new here? Ball linkage style hinges for precision control. Symmetrical wing. 0 incident angle. Oh, here, I mean, you guys can't even see that. 0 incident angle for supersized control surfaces to facilitate various aerobatics, such as somersaults, rolls, hoists, inverted flying. Oh, it has a wooden propeller. High efficient wooden propeller. That's something new out of an electric plane. So here, let's do this. Let's take, let me grab my knife here. I'll cut cut this. So guys, I haven't had this out. This is first time. Like I said, I literally took this off the front porch yesterday. So, you know, let's see what this is all about. This should be cool. So here, let me get, I'm losing my tablecloth there. Let's go. Let's go. If you guys know anybody that wants to see this, call them to the live stream, man, so we can see all this. Let's see. And then let them know that, you know, hey, it's in the second half of this video. So here, let's pull this off. Get the box out of here. So we can put that over there. And wow, look at that. Here, let's flip it so we can see it. In fact, let me go this way with it. Oh no, hang on, I'll do it this way. Here so you guys can see. That's the layout. This is a big bird. This has got a big wing on it. I mean, this is huge. Nice neon orange. I love it when they make neon orange planes. I know some people don't like it, but man, when it stands out. So it looks like we got wings here, fuselage down there, horizontals and vertical, or horizontal there. Spars are up here. So here, let me go to the top. Now let's do this. Let me flip it around this way. Let me swap cameras, and we'll see this. I'm going to get the desk lower. That's about as low as I can get it. So there you go. I think you guys got about a full view of that thing. My camera is adjusting to this. So here, let's get this out. We're going to cut here. We're going to cut here. Let's see. We'll cut right here. And there we go. So I'm going to have to change the thumbnail for this video. Double unboxing here, guys, on the RCINFORMER YouTube channel. So here, I got to cut this too. Sometimes you got to be careful because you can mess these wings up if you're pulling stuff. This is interesting. That's interesting how that slides out of there. So that's cool. I haven't seen a piece of foam like that. Look at that. So that's how they package it. That's nice. That way it keeps it apart. It's impressive. They've been getting better with the packaging on this stuff. But here we go. Look at that. That's going to come out of here. Let me cut this on the front. Yeah, cut all the way around it because you don't want to be prying stuff up because you can bend the foam and break stuff. And yeah, look at that wing. Look at the size of that horn on there. Look at that. That is a 3D kind of horn. So lots of control surface movement. Look at that. So yeah. I don't know if you can 3D this or not. I'm not a 3D guy, but yeah, maybe I'll get into it. This is cool. So it's got a vector gyro, so it should make it a lot easier. So let's see. Well, that's slick. Look at that. Nice stickers applied. Hard hinges. Look at that. There's actually pinned hinges there. Look at that. There, there, and there. And there's a carbon spar running the length of this thing. And we have a screwed in ball link there, linkage. Real nice. Looks like a single connector here. So all these 3D planes are simple. It's just a basic wing with a lot of structure to it. It looks like it's pretty rigid, and one aileron servo, and that's it. That's all it is, with a giant horn and a thick rod, thick ball link. So here, we'll put that aside. Let me put this over here. Get the instructions out. We'll get this off. And let's see, we'll get the instructions. Wings the same. Again, I'll pull the horn out. This is nice. It looks like they overlap. So you've got a sort of an overlapping wing design. So what you got is these plug in. If you notice, they kind of go in, but check that out. That's sharp. So those plug in and go together. So they're kind of integral, which is kind of nice, you know? So they fit in nice and snug, and then your 4 screws go together and bind them all together. So you can kind of hammer on this airplane, I guess. So let's get this over there. And let's look at this. Oh, instructions. Okay, the instructions just fell out, and there is a vector instructions for the vector gyro system. So we'll put that aside. And let's see, here's your horizontals right here. Nicely padded. Very cool. Nice surface. So this probably is going to be a 3D type plane. We probably ought to be able to do some of that with it. Not me, maybe, but we'll try. Let's see. And then we'll get the center. That's a nice joiner that this has together. So look at that. That all plugs in nice and snug. Is there a screw to put it together? No, there's not. They just stick together with a spar between them. So there's your horizontal. Put that aside. Here's our landing gear right here. Get that out of there. Real nice, folks. Real nice. So check that out. Arrow sticker. These look pretty tough. I don't see any issues with the gear. Nice tough struts. Nice and thick. I think that's 4 millimeter or 5 millimeter. Hard to say. But yeah, nice tough landing gear. That's just ready to be bolted on. Simple stuff. Pull this out of here. Toss that aside. Grab our spinner right here. Yeah, this will be an easy assembly. I don't think there'll be much. It's a white spinner, but it's a flat finish on it. So hex drive back there. That's nice. And then, oh, there is some gluing. Look, you do have to glue the rudder on, but look, it's got CA type hinges. So, and these are glued in already. So you can tug these, make sure they're good. That's definitely the way to go if you're going to have a plane you're going to hammer on a lot, is to have either pinned or CA style hinges. So you're going to just stick this in the back and you'll feed CA, thin CA in there. And that will wick in, and that's the old school style of getting it. The only thing is I don't see any fiber. You notice the shine? There's a shine here, whereas this side is fibrous. So there really should be fiber on both sides so it wicks better. So this side's shiny and that side's not. That's kind of weird. It'll still wick on that, but you're always better off having, it'll still stick to it. But you're still better having like a flat surface on both sides. So the glue has something to wick just means to flow into there. So like the force flowing with you there kind of, but the CA flows. So this is tough. Is there a spar in there? I can't tell. I don't see one in there. I don't see a jig, but anyway, there's your vertical. And then let's see, there's some screws and rods and horns and linkages. So here you go. This is probably your landing gear plate right here with screws to assemble. There we go. And then what is this? Here's your wooden prop. Check that out. Wow, look at that. I'm going to open that up. Let's open that. Let's go open it. There we go. Got 31 guys watching. Appreciate that. It's on a Saturday, so not bad. That is the first time I think I've seen a wooden propeller here on a foam model. Look at that. Looks like it's got a good amount of pitch to it too. That looks pretty slick. Very nice, nice and shiny. Wonder if I got to balance that. Well, we'll see. 13.6 prop, so very cool. Obviously, they're listening to the 3D guys and stuff and aerobatic guys. 2 spars, one for your wing, one for your tail. I'll put those aside there. And I think that's it for the big parts. I'm looking in there. I don't see much. So let's get the fuse out. And there we go. Look at that. That's Mac Daddy. That's Magnum. Look at that. Oh, now I'm losing parts. Dropping stuff. Sorry, guys. Let's see. I just lost some stuff down there. All right, I got to remember that's down there. I dropped some stuff down in the corner. But there's your fuselage. Let me get rid of the, let's get rid of the box. Let me stick that over here and grab my knife. All right, we'll go back to that. Check that out. That's pretty nice. Look at that. This is the black canopy you got to watch out for. I don't know why they didn't paint this gray. They should have painted this part gray, but obviously costs-wise. So keep that black out of the sun, folks, because that'll bubble up in the sun, I'm sure. Here, let me reach down here and grab this all the way down here. Yep, I dropped the bag of parts down there. So, but here, this is slick. Look at this. That's nice. Look at that. You can do your Velcro. Actually, this might be a plane I actually do use the Velcro because, you know, when you're doing aggressive maneuvering, you don't want to lose that. Velcro helps with that. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Looks like, does the receiver go up in here? Oh, no, that's underneath. Here, check it out. I almost dropped that. Here's your landing gear mounts. Nice plastic fitted. That's pretty slick. And then under here, there's your vector system. Okay, guys. There's your vector gyro in there. Everything looks like it's plugged in already. Battery connector, it looks like that has to go up front. That fell out of the back. So here, this, in shipping, guys, a lot of times these things fall through. So, you know, speed controllers will move and wires will move around and stuff. So yeah, just got to feed that back up there. So yeah, there's your battery compartment in the wire. So nice finish, nice fit. A little bit of foam parts, foam stuff hanging around. There's your front with your engine in there, your motor in there. Lots of scoops. These are real working intakes, folks. The air goes in and it curves around. Same thing with under here for your speed controller. So you got lots of intake air there for sure. And yeah, nice fittings here. This is going to go together in like no time, folks. This will be easy. So receiver's going to go under here, okay? And here's your panel. That's going to go on. And yeah, that's nice. Little piece of tape to get that off. So receiver's probably going to mount right here somewhere, and your vector's already mounted, your vector gyro. Everything's nicely labeled. So aileron, elevator, rudder, throttle, that's it. And then you have this mode for a separate switch. You can activate or deactivate the stabilization on it. So pretty cool. And then here's all your wire lead. You're right through here. Hang on a sec. This is where, this thing. This is your connection for your ailerons. Those are down in here. That's what's going on. All right, where is that stuff? There you go. These are your aileron connections. There's 2 of them right here. They just got lost. Again, when they ship and transport this stuff, folks, it often just gets thrown around in there. So here's your aileron connections with locking tabs. So can't complain about that. That's nice. But then again, your screws go in through here. I got to be careful not to pinch a wire, of course. But your screws are going to go through these slots, here, 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 and here, to the other side, which there's probably, I'm assuming those are machine hole screws. So, but let's get this in here. Edge 540. I like the wing plug-ins. Wing plug-ins are super nice. Again, it looks like they intended with this canopy line to paint this part gray and have the canopy like this instead of, but maybe they just said, hey, we can save some money by doing that, and they just made it. So it looks good the way it is. It's just that it just looks like they intended to paint it but didn't. So, but nice paint, nice stickers. It's paint and stickers. The big areas are paint, these areas are stickers. So nice big rod here for your, or nice big horn. Servo's moving a bit. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's moving up and down a bit. So probably just got to tighten that screw so it's not moving. A little bit of foam in there. Nice plug-in for your elevators. And then here's where your CA hinges are going to go in here. Do we have to slot this? Oh yeah, we may actually have to slot this, or did they not glue that? Well, there's a line through there. It looks like we actually have to slot that ourselves. Just stick a hobby knife in there. Or maybe they just didn't put glue in there so we can hinge that. So, but nice tail wheel in there. That's good to go. Put a little CA, or a little foam tack on the end of that. Keep the E-ring from coming off because it's got a little miniature E-ring. But that's it, folks. Real nice. Let me switch views here real quick. I think I'm falling all over the place. Let me see if I got, can I do this on a stand? You know, I don't know that I need one for this. In fact, you know what, I'm going to use this little Ernst deal here. Actually, let's take this one. Put this down here. Get that out of the way. And we'll put this on. Let's see, that's going to fit on there. But yeah, that's slick looking. Look at that thing. That is cool. I like that. Where's my remote? My remote's gone. Oh, here it is. Here, we'll zoom in so y'all can see that. Yeah, that's sharp. Good looking plane. Lots of intake cooling air again. And let's see. Going around there. Yeah, that's sharp. Just giving you all a preview of it. Here, I'll throw the questions up. You guys want to see anything? Yeah, it looks awesome. That's from Ken Sprouse. Let's see, Extra 300 has a wooden prop. Yeah, so they put it on there. Throw a simple receiver, AR6220, you're good to go. Yeah, that's it. That's all you need. So, but you do have to slot the tail. You know, you got to do a slotted. You got to slot the elevator or the rudder hinge, but not a problem. All right, let me get. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab my. Let me see if the Mega Stand. I got a Mega Stand here. Let's do this. We'll stick this on here. Let's get our gear on it. Oh, that's nice. That actually fits in there good. Let's do that. Ernst is making the best stands, man, for tabletop stuff. I love it. You know, Banana Hobby's got the best of the aluminums, you know, for stuff. Let's get the gear on this first. I ain't gonna look at the instructions right now. We're just gonna get the landing gear on this thing. Here, let's see what we got here. All right, let me take all the nuts, bolts, screws, and stuff. Let me put these over here. And let me grab a little drink here. I'm looking at all's questions and stuff. Yeah, $20 off, I think, on this, guys. Looks same prop as supplied with the Husky Ultimate Edition, yeah. Yeah, it's a nice airplane. All right, guys, check it out at Hobby Zone. Again, it's right up front there. Let me click on that and see what's in there. Let me look and see. Let me go back here. Sorry, guys, I'm just manipulating my computer here. So, yeah, there we go. Right on Hobby Zone's front page. Again, I got the link below, so just check it out. Yeah, 20 bucks off, ends November 17th, so you guys can get a good deal on this. Very, very nice. Let's see, parts, manual, introductory offer on it, folks. So, let's see. There's a video on it. Somebody's flying it. Let's see. This is probably the Arrows video. Here, let's see if I can get some volume on it. I don't know if that's too loud, guys. Let's see. Oh, it does do 3D. Look at that. Let me know if that's too loud, guys. Let me get the sound on. Oh, yeah, that's definitely too loud. Let me know if you all can hear that okay. Or if it's too loud. Let me know. They're going into all kinds of special effects for this stuff. That almost looks computer generated. I don't know, maybe a plane like this will get me into 3D. I just never really been interested in 3D. It's cool, but you got to really work at it to get it right, and it's just kind of like, I like scale airplanes better, but it looks like it hovers. Yeah. Yeah, neat. Chasing it with a drone. God, for some reason, a lot of that looks computer generated. Neat color scheme though. I really like the color of the wings, and it'll pull out like that. That's nice. It'll launch right up there. It's got some power. Yeah, now I'm pumped. I gotta get going on this. I'm dying to, now I gotta get this out there. So let's see. Sound is good, good volume. Yeah, I'm watching my bar this time, so I'm careful with the volume because sometimes I play it too loud. But yeah, that's cool. All right, let me kill that. Let me get rid of that. I'll kill the volume so you guys can't hear that anymore. And let me get rid of, here, let me get into the mixer here, and let me go here, hobby zone, I'm going to the wrong place. Where the heck is that thing playing at? I'm still hearing it, Oh, here it is, I'm in the wrong page, that's why. All right, let me cut that out. That's slick though, guys, I like that. All right, let's get this together. This shouldn't take long at all. Like I said, I haven't even looked at I'm not even looking at the instructions yet, so let's get this together. We'll get our landing gear on. You'll see here from the top. I'll go to the top view here so y'all can see. I'm just taking that and putting that right in place. That fits in. These hobby zone planes are so good because I mean, they go together well that you almost don't even need the instructions. All I'm doing is taking my parts here and I'm dumping them underneath in my Ernst stand, which is great. What's about Ernst is you keep all your screws with your plane when you're building it. So these are available at Banana Hobby again, guys, these stands, so they're pretty awesome. So let's see, all those are going in there. We're gonna put this across there. That looks like that's the wrong way. Let's try it this way. Yeah, these things usually only go on like one way. So I don't know which screws to use for that. Are they the long ones or the short ones? Probably the shorter ones. All right, let's put that in place. Why is that not going in there? What the heck? Let's see. Let me try this one in here. There we go. That's in place. All right, I'll look at the instructions for just 1 second just to make sure I'm not using the wrong screws there. Here, let me get this one in here. That's in there. Let's try this one. For some reason, this side doesn't want to stick in there that well. Yeah, it's a little tighter. That's all right. It's still tight. Nice tight fit. So get that in place. All right, let me grab my socket head screw out of here, my proper size here. Get to my box here. Just need the right tool here, folks. All right, I got my case open. Is it this one? Shoot, yeah, that's what it is. 2 millimeter, guys, 2 millimeter. I'll put that there for a second. Close my box, my radio case. Got all my critical screwdrivers and tools and stuff in there. So here, let's tighten this up. Let's see if I can angle that where y'all can see it. There's that. Get that going. There we go. Nice. Very nice. And that one's locking up on something. There's just a burr. It's probably just a burr of metal in there. Yeah, nice and tight. Yeah, these hobby zone planes, man, they go together the best. I mean, they're really the fit and finish on these things. Gotta hand it to those guys. All right. Very nice. That's it, guys. Gear's on there. Let's flip it. Let's take a look. That's all you have to do right there. Landing gear's on there. It's on its wheels. We're going to be hammering on these landing gears, that's for sure. So that's it. All right, guys. Let me see. Where did I even put those instructions? This thing, oh, they're up here. That's right. So, yeah, pretty cool, guys. Like I said, fit and finish on this is super nice. I mean, it's don't know if I can show you guys this closer, but here, there's not a lot of detail on this plane, obviously. It's just intended to be a, just an aerobatic airplane, so it's simple. But the nice thing is you've got some hinges here. You've got built-in hinges along here, so there's one here, one here, one here. Again, carbon spar. Nice thick rod and horn. Nice big horn down there. I mean, that thing's huge. So you got a little bit of a winglet at the end. So real nice airplane. They really did a good job. So there's not a whole lot of detail to show you guys when it comes to the detail on this plane. There's not a whole lot to it. This is one plane that I think, let me do this. Let me see what part I want to build next or assemble next. Where did I put the manual? Let's look and see. This thing says right here at the top. There's all your parts, guys, like we talked about. Fuselage, wings, tail, vertical, prop, spinner, gear, spars, rods, and screws right there. And then they have you put your wings on first, but we'll do that probably last. Or no, maybe we'll do the wings first. Actually, we'll do the wings first, just because the tail I'm not going to glue on here. I'm going to do that when I got some time. So to do that, because you want to wick that and glue it in right. So let's see, screws, and then there's your rudder, and there's your tail wheel. So yeah, pretty neat. It all goes together well. There's your tail assembly, 2 screws for your tail assembly, it looks like, and your elevator rod, landing gear. So I did landing gear first because I just like to put the airplane on its wheels first, prop and spinner, and that's it. Here's your rates that they suggest for everything. Elevator rudder, aileron elevator rudder, and your CG, proposed at 90 to 100 millimeter, based on flying preference. So, and then of course your vector manual there for your, actually that's the Chinese one. Probably want to read the English one. So pretty simple stuff. So anyway, here, let's see what we got. Let's scroll to here. Yeah, let's get what the heck, let's do the wings first. So that's pretty simple, I think, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to slide this. Actually, we might need the stand for this now that I'm thinking about this, because I'm going to need to get at the underside of this is why, because we've got that hatch under here. So let's get that off. Put this together. Let's get that in place. Let's get this in here. All right, let's do it. I want to do it so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. So let me put it this way. And let me go to my top camera again. You guys can see that. See if I can get this aligned in such a way where you all will be able to see that. So this is just going to go right on through here. There's not even really anything to plug, but you're going to grab through here. This wire is going to come through here. So I'm going to reach down there, or from the other side, actually, I'm just going to push it up there. That's the easiest way to do it. And then this baby will fit right in there. Nice snug fit. Look at that. Like a glove, baby. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice how that goes in. And we'll take the other side. We're going to get this up on the, just line up this wing. See here. See if I get a little more angle on that camera here. There you guys go. We're just fitting that on there. Look how nice that is. Just goes right in place. Slides right in. Again, we're going to just push this through until you see it through the middle. You can see it down in there. And then I'm going to try to grab that with something. Let me see, I can see it right there. Actually, the hole's big enough, I might be able to get that with my finger, but it might be easier if I've got, here, let me grab some pliers. All right, let's go down in there. Put that right in there. Yeah, I'm going to pull on that, push this wing on. Yeah, this is a glove-tight finish. Very nice fit. See if I can get this lined up. See what I can figure out what's snagging. It's probably caught on the ledge there. See if I can wiggle this. There we go. That's a tight, oh, I see what it did. It pinched the wire is what it did. It was stuck on the, there we go. Let me get this one out of here. There we go. Now it's going to fit in there. It's a tight fit. You got to grab the wingtips. Slide that all together. So yeah, that's it. There's your ailerons. We'll make those connections probably right now. You know, I'll tighten those up later to save time. But here we'll just feed those in. Nice connection there. There we go. Actually, you know what? I'm going to tighten them down because I can just about guarantee you I'm going to forget that if I don't do it right now. So let me grab my knife. Oh, just banged into it. Here, let's grab my knife here. We just reach down in there and just going to tighten those. Let me see if I can zoom. Oh, wrong way. No, too much. There we go. All I'm going to do is push down on those tabs just to make that connection a little tighter. Not too hard, but just enough. I made a whole video about this. Makes those a little tighter. Because I'm only going to connect these once and never mess with it probably again. Well, unless I got to take the wings off. But let's see, we'll snap that in place. Very good, nice locking tabs. Do the same thing to the other side. It was a little loose when I put it on the first time. That's how I could tell. I was like, okay, maybe I better tighten those. So sometimes it's that way. Sometimes they're tight off the bat. There we go. That fits in a lot tighter. So there you go. Ailerons are connected. And then we should be able to get our wing screws, through there, which we go down here and grab. Those probably are the 4 long ones that are in here, I'm willing to bet. There they are. So let me back off here on the zoom a little bit. And I'm going to see if I can drop these down in there. So let me see if I can get those wings lined up a little better. There we go. So I'm going to put these down in place. They kind of have a little bit of a feed ramp in there. Let me grab my tool here. See if I can push those down in. Yeah, I can feel it threading already. Let me put this one down in there. There we go. Nice assembly. Very cool. I can feel, is that biting? Let me see if I can get that to, yeah, that one I'm having a hard time getting it to bite. Oh no, there it is. It just bit. Sometimes you got to wiggle the screw. Sometimes you got to push the wing in and out, just wobble it and get it to kind of feed. But once you can get a feel on the screwdriver, you can feel that it's biting. So let me grab this screw, put this third one down in there. That's nice. That seems to be, I can't tell if that's biting or not. Sometimes it's lined up perfectly that it's, no, I feel like that's not biting. So I got to wiggle it a little bit and force it a little bit. I'm going to wiggle the wing a little bit. Yeah, that one doesn't want to go in there that well. All right, here, let me try getting this one in place. Let's see. A little bit of alignment issues you have sometimes with these, but that's okay. You'll get it to fit eventually. Yeah, this one's biting in nice. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. That is it. And let's see if I can get this last one to kind of bite in there. That one doesn't want to go in there. I'm just going to back it off out of there. Let me grab it down here. Let me look down that hole and see what's going on in there. I don't know, that one looks like it's actually lined up pretty good from what I can see. I'm sorry, my head's in the way, but I got to look down there. Yeah, let's try that one more time. See if I can get that lined up. Yeah, that one doesn't want to bite for some reason. Let me look down in there, stick my head in there again. Yeah, it looks like it wants to go in. Let's see. Yeah, I always get the oddball one again that has issues. All right, let's do this. I'm actually going to pull the wing off. I'll leave that side there. Sometimes this kind of thing happens where you can't figure out why the screw's not lining up here. That's the name of the game here, though. It happens. It's part of the business. Let's see. Let me slide this way a bit. All right, let me grab this wing. Just going to pull it off carefully. There we go. Expose that hole and see why that one's not going in. The thread is actually on the other side, so I might have to take all the wings off to get in there to see why that's not going in. But let's try this. Instead of doing the whole thing, here's what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to thread this straight in there. Let's see if I can get that to feed. Let's see if I can get that to work. Yeah, for some reason it's not wanting to go in there. All right, let's just take both wings off. We'll undo this one. Let me back off on the zoom here. Yeah, sometimes that happens. If you can't get it to fit, you got to pull the whole darn thing. Figure out why it's not threading into one hole. That happens sometimes. And it usually only happens to me. For some reason, it seems like. All right, let's get this down. Pull this wing. Well, let me get the screws out first. I guess that would help. Let's get the screws out of it. All right. All right, let's get that lined up. All right, I got to stick my head in the way to see why that's not feeding in. There we go. All right, let's get that off of there. Okay, I'm going to reach down there, grab that with the pliers, and get it better. There we go. See if I can get this one. All right, there we go. Slide that off. And this will give us an idea what the blank is going on. Here, look. See, this is not a big deal, I don't think, but it looks like it's just not lining up. Now, let me see. See that? It's like hitting the edge or something. So probably I maybe just need to stick that wing in there farther to get it to line up. But what I'm going to do really just real fast here is take one of these screws and make sure that it will thread. This happens sometimes, and you want to make sure that you can at least, you know, thread something in there. Let's try that again. Yeah, it is a kind of a tighter thread. Maybe that has something to do with it, but it looks like it's really just hitting the edge. But this way you can at least get the hole loosened up. If there's a burr in there or something, or, you know, or there's some junk in there, or paint got in the hole or something, and something could be preventing it from going in there. So, you know, sometimes you got to back it all out, or, you know, take everything apart and then figure out why and thread your screw in there, make sure it's going in there. But it does look to me like really like it's just hitting the edge. You know, like it's just not lining up properly. So, all right, so here we go again. Let's put this all in there. And then this time, the difference is I'm going to put that screw in first. So let me get this up through here, because I don't want to screw all those screws back in and then find out only that that one's not going to work. So that's the one I'm going to put that in first this time. So let me check out y'all's chat log. All right, let's see. Yeah, these are a blast to fly. The gyro is the panic switch, yeah. Don't even have to flip pages to build it. Yeah, you really don't. Let's see what we got. Something's mistapped. Yeah, let's see what we got. Let's get this in here. I'm going to get this going down in there in the hole. See what we got here. Get this up through here. There we go. I'm going to grab that through the hole. Sweet. Nice fit, though. I tell you, everything's a nice tight fit with this. Definitely can dig that. All right, so let's see if we can get that to go in place. It looks like it's fitting snug. Okay. As I'm looking down that hole. Oh, I see where it's not. All right, I got it. I think that's going to do it. Let me grab... Probably the other problem too is that I tightened the other screws first, which you really don't want to do. You want to make sure that you get each one started first. But I can see why it's not going in there. I'm watching the alignment of it, and I think I just need to push this in a little farther, and then push this one in a little farther too. Okay, that alignment looks good. That should go in there. I'm just sighting down that hole where I can see like it looks like it's aligned. And it definitely is stubborn, so. All right, let me try a different screw there. Let's see what we got. I don't know, as I'm looking down there, it looks like it's lined up. Let's see. Let's try straightening this just a little bit. Okay, I see where that's going, and I see where this one's going. When you move the wings, you basically have a hole in there, two holes that are kind of lined up too that you got to get in place. But the other three went in there nice, and this one's just having a little alignment issue. There we go. I could feel it snap. I had to get the holes kind of lined up, and then it kind of snapped in. Once this plane flies a bit and you take the wings on and off maybe a couple times, then it'll, although I probably won't take the wings off much. Okay, so that one's threading nice. Let me just make sure the others are going to go in there too, and then we'll tighten them all up. So, yeah, that's threading nice. So every now and then you get a stubborn screw or you get a stubborn thing like that that's not lined up that well. It'll happen. Now it seems like that one doesn't want to go in there, but let's see. Sometimes you just got to push them. Yeah, that one's locked up. Sometimes you got to push this thing in there pretty hard, wiggle it a little bit until you feel it line up with the brass threads in there. There we go. You can feel it grabbing now. Yeah, I think they're all in there pretty good. All right. And you'll feel it tighten down. There we go. All right, disaster averted there. So one stubborn screw, slow you down. One stubborn alignment. And there's plenty of pressure on this with the foam. You can feel the foam compressing a bit as you tighten it. So here we go. That is it. We're getting that one in there. Yeah, that one's lined up nice. But I can feel it tightening now, so there we go. And that's it, guys. We got all four in there now. So yeah, sometimes you have a little issue like that. Not a big deal. Not the end of the world. So let me get this out of here, these two. Shoot, let me grab this and reach in here. These wires get away from you in there. This thing's a little recessed, but I'll tell you, this all fits in there nice, though. That's the thing. Very nice fit and finish on this. So I would rather have a tight fitting like that than have a loose fitting wing. And these are real tight, so it's good. This one and this one, we'll put this here. Yeah, receiver is going to go right in there, right up in the front, right in this front area. So these wires will just tuck under here somewhere. Yeah, actually you don't have to worry about pinching wires. I thought that was something to be concerned with, but not really. And then here you go, folks. Again, there's your 5 wires, aileron, elevator, rudder, and throttle, and then your mode switch or your mode wire for your 5th channel, so you can make your gyro selector, you know, switchable. So, but this is organized. Look how nice it is in here. I mean, it really is. They really have a nice. It really is a nice layout, if you will, in here. How nice that is set up. Yeah, let me reach. Rich, I feel your pain with the alignment issues. Fought with my EC1500. That's Ken Sprouse for an hour before getting it to line up. Yeah, sometimes you just got to get it started and jack with it a little bit, and so. But yeah, here, let's see. All right, our stream is still good, but yeah, look how nice the inside of this is. It is pretty, it's very organized, it's very neat, it's very clean, fits together very well. I'd say for sure, if you guys got a coupon on one of these planes and you want one, yeah, it'd be good to get one. There's 20 bucks off on it, so. Yeah, I try not to sell stuff, but it does help out, guys, if you do that. Appreciate all that support, and that's it. That's your underside, and that's all. So let me switch my screen back here. And that's what we got, folks. Really slick. Yeah, I like this, man. Maybe I'll get into some 3D flying with this. So again, I don't really do 3D so much, but you know, let's see. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. Very neat looking plane. I love the color. I love this neon look. Here, let me see if I can get. Let's see if I can get zoomed in here on the tail. Let me raise this up. Let's raise this on up a bit here. Let me get to the, and maybe we'll do this one from the back camera. There we go. Let me see if I can zoom in. All right. See if I can get in on that tail there. Let's see if we can get in on that and show everybody how that's going to work. Now, let me lower that a little bit. So, yeah, there's a tail system. So we'll grab that. Let me grab the elevators here. I'll walk over to the back. I'm going to take this spar from here, actually, just stick it through. So, let's see if that'll go. That's a nice tight fit, too. I like that. So once we got that in place, I think this goes on first. Yeah, so we'll take these halves, as you saw, put these on here. It's pretty cool. We're going to slide that in. That should fit nice. Yeah, nice fit. Look, it's already looking, the tail should go on there nice. Yeah, hopefully there's no alignment issues with this one. So let's slide this on. There we go. Very cool, very cool. Here, let's make this, and then we'll stick these in there. Slide them together. And that's that. That's a nice, very nice fit on that. Yeah, I like the way that, I like the fact that there's a big plastic doubler with an odd shape. It's almost like a pentagon type shape thing, but it really connects all that together. And then your rod just goes on there. That's a nice, that's a real nice fit and finish. So here, let me lower this a little bit. Here, let me flip the view around one more time. I may have to go back to the singularity. I like the whole, I like the way it looks like all black holes on my thing here. Actually, let me flip it this way so you guys can get a better angle on this. There we go. Let's see if we can get a hold of that. There we go. So, and then there's our two screws there where our tail's going to line up there. I'll zoom in. You can see where those are going to go. Let me grab a couple screws. I know I'm in the way. Sorry about that. But here we go. And this is about to fall off the table, so I'm trying to do this in such a way. A couple screws here. Stick one in there. Rotate a little more here. Stick one down in here. Oh, you know what? These are not, hang on a sec. These I think are self-tap. Hang on, let me grab that. There's instructions again. Where did I put those? Instructions are gone, man. I lost them. Where the heck did those things go? Are these self-tap? These might be a self-tap, actually, now that I'm looking at it. No. Do they go through to the top side? No. I'm just pulling this off of here. Oh, sorry, guys. Got my head in the way. Rich, get your head out of the way. Let's line that up. That lines up pretty good. And then this might be, yeah, they might have made these. Hang on a sec. Let's see. No, I don't think so. Hang on a sec. These are, yeah, let's see. I think they are machined, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, let me see something here. Hang on. Where did I put my instructions? They're gone. Where the heck did those things go? Oh, I put them on the back. That's right. Let me see something here real fast. Let's see what this says, just to double check. Because I don't see any threads in there. What does it say? No, it just says, no, it just show metric. HKMs. HKMs. Maybe there's some threads on the other side. Okay, well, let's just go with it here. They fit in nice, that's for sure. So here, let me bring this forward here. Again, I'll stick, almost lost that. That's a good catch there. All right, let's get this one in here. That fits in nice. There must be a metric thread or something down in there that like I can't see. So see if I can get that to line up. Man, that one doesn't look like it wants to line up. Oh, I see where that's going now. Let's see, let's tighten that on there. Well, it's going in there. It's threading into something. That's a good sign. Well, we got that. Maybe it is just threading into plastic. I don't know. There we go. Sometimes you got to force these things. I had to really kind of ram that in there. Sorry, you guys can't see that well. Let me rotate that. I had to really kind of force that one in there. But now it seems to be tapping in. And it's got those nice little alignment pins there. Yeah, that fits in nice, man. Very cool. Very nice tail on this. Yeah, very awesome. And then all you have is your rod. Here, let me grab the rod. There's two of them. One's for the rudder, and one's for the elevator. I'm not sure which is which, okay, but they're the same length it looks like. So let me double check and see. It says install one on the rudder or horizontal, install one on the vertical. So they're probably the same length. They look the same length. It just depends on the threading here. So I'm just going to put one in here where I'm thinking it's supposed to go. And I think it goes on that hole. All the others are on the second to inner, so I'm just going to kind of follow suit with that and just do it that way. So let's see here. I'll snap that on. If I can get it to snap on, they painted over the ball link, which is not the best way to do it, but here. I need a ball link tool for this, otherwise I'm going to probably break it. Let me see. Grab my toolbox here again. All right, let's see. Ball link pliers. Get them if you can. So let me slide this forward so everybody can see this. Get this lined up on there. There we go. That's nice and tight. Nice tight tail. Very good, very good. And then screw, let me just double check this. Wow, that's a heavy duty metal servo. That's nice. You can even see the metal spline shaft on there. So yeah, this should be tough, should give you lots of throw. So yeah, very cool, very cool. So all right folks, let's switch it around. Let's back off on the zoom. We got the tail in place. Yeah, this is looking good. This plane gets big. Holy smokes, 1300 millimeter. Really big, nice, very, very nice. Very nice. Let's flip it around. So yeah, I'm hitting the A10. Almost lost the A10 up there. That's not good. And then this tail's going to go on pretty simply, it looks like. So this is going to fit right in here. And here's where you've got to hinge this. Or are the holes, the slots might be there already. Yeah, it looks like they are. Looks like they slotted this already for the most part. Let's see if this will fit in there. It's kind of impressive how they did that. Let me see real quick. I'm going to look at, grab my glasses here. See what we can see here. Yeah, this one's not going in as good. There might be a little glue there. That's probably maybe what's happening. So you can see I'm just using a knife to maybe make that, open that up a little bit more. This one looks like it's pretty clear. This one looks like it's pretty clear too. Okay, but you want them to be tight. You don't want them to be super thin. And then there is a pin right here. You have to line up this pin right here with this slot right here. So let me get that in there. And I'm going to get these to line up well. Let's see. And then these should fit right in. Oh yeah, nice fit. I'm not sure if I can show you all that, but let me try. Let me try to go right here. Get around here. All right, let's go. There we go. Got zoomed in on there. Yeah, there's the tail of that thing. Raise this up a little bit. No, let me go down a little bit. Oh, let me raise it up. Actually, let me pan out. That's probably better. That makes more sense. So you've got a little pin right here. As I lift this up, let me get the elevator up. There's a little pin here for your rudder that fits right in there. You just have to line that up, and then there's a screw. It's going to go through that little hole there. And then with your hinges just slide on. So you slide that in place, slide your rudder in there, and that should go in there. Okay. Now, it looks to me like one thing they may not have done here, as I'm looking at this, is it doesn't look like they left a notch for this thing to fit into here. So as I pull this out, and I'm looking at this, what I'm not seeing is a notch, which has to be right here. So I can get the camera to focus here. Focus, damn it. Let me see if I can get it to focus on that. Now, there we go. There's not a notch right here like there needs to be, okay, to fit this right here. So I'm probably going to have to notch that with something, and it's just foam. Shouldn't be hard to do. So let me come from the back here again. Let's see if I can line that back up. Get that pin where it's supposed to be. And then let me line that up. think you guys can see that. Maybe not through me totally. But yeah, that goes in there fairly decently. So it's not seating all the way because I don't have a notch back there. So I'm going to get to the other side. Let me flip my camera views and let me see if I can get a notch in there for everybody. So that's something I didn't expect. I would have thought that would have fit, you know, probably better. The rudder fits perfectly, but there's not a notch for that little slot there. So let me see real fast here if the instructions are saying anything about that. Yeah, you see it shows the vertical going on right here, but it doesn't show a slot, an area for that tail to fit in there. I don't want to make a mistake and do it wrong, but I'm pretty sure that that's not fitting, you know, like the way it's supposed to be fitting. So let me roll this around a little bit. In fact, let me invert the model on the stand. All right, let's see what we got. See if I can zoom in on that part for everybody. I'm going to angle my camera here so y'all can see what that looks like. There we go. I feel like a dentist with all this equipment here. Let's see. All right, see what's happening? It's like this thing is bumping into this, and it's not seating, so it's like we need a little bit of a little notch. Not a big deal. Again, that's not something I would have expected to see in here. Or did they not seat this in all the way? It's almost like this didn't go in all the way. So that's a funny fit, because even if I notch that, this isn't going to go all the way in. So that's kind of a funny situation there. It's almost like this needs to go farther in there, like they didn't push it in there farther enough. Because even if I notch this and put this in there, it's still not going to go, it's still not going to fit all the way in there. That is a predicament there. But I think we can fix that. It's almost like this needs to come out. And actually this whole piece, this plastic piece that holds the tail wheel, needs to be buried in there further is what it seems like. It's like they didn't glue it in far enough. Instead of notching, you know, sticking a notch like right here. Here, let's see. Let me see if I can yank this out of here. I don't really want to, but it really seems like that needs to come out and go farther in there. So let me see if I can, that might go very far in there though. That's kind of the problem with that. So let me see if I can get, yeah, I don't want to mess that up, but I think that needs to be buried in there further. All right, let's see. Yeah, it doesn't really want to go. Yeah, it's pretty deep in there. Let me see if I can move this a little more where I can see it better. Let me move this forward. I don't want this to fall off of here, guys. So let me see if I can angle this so y'all can see this. There we go. That's it right there. All right, hang on a sec, guys. Having camera difficulties. Let me see if I can get this to center where I need it. There it is. That's it. And I'll zoom out. Let me zoom out a bit. There we go. All right, my camera thing is just all of a sudden gotten loose. Oh, I see what's happening. Sorry, guys. This is my camera jig. Whole thing got loose on me here. There we go. We got it tight again. But I need to be able to see this from a certain view, or I can't really fix this thing. Yeah, it looks like that was supposed to go in farther. I kind of don't really want to pull that out, but it's not going to go. It's not going to fit the way that they're saying it's supposed to. Yeah, that's interesting. That's an interesting. It's almost like a glitch in the way that they assembled this at the factory. So, hell, I thought this was going to be easy. See, again, I can notch that right there. But it's still not going to go all the way in because we're fully seated here, pretty much. So that thing needs to go in farther. This needs to go farther in. And again, it's like they didn't glue it far enough in place. And I don't know if I can get that out without really wrecking this thing, because I don't know how it's secured in there. So Yeah, I feel it bumping up against something, like it's got some fins on there that are like not going to let it come out of there. Let me see if I can do a mod on this here. Yeah, it definitely needs to go farther in there. I'm just jacking with this to see if I can get it. See if I can break some glue, because I don't know how big the piece of plastic is that goes in there. So here, let's see. Yeah, I might really end up tearing that whole thing apart doing that, because I don't know what all's in there. Yeah, I think that piece needs to go in there farther is what it is. I'm not seeing another way unless I notch this out here to make this countersink a bit. So let's see if I can do that. No, and that's sometimes problems you got with these things, is getting that to fit. Like I said, I can notch this, but it's still not going to go all the way in there. I might be able to notch that out, but then I won't be able to secure this with the screw. So this needs to go farther in, folks. So, and I don't know if I can pull this out of here without wrecking it here. Let me see, because it's probably pretty well buried in there. I'm trying to loosen it up, but I think it's got some fins and things in there to keep it really secure, because there's a lot of load on this tail wheel, and that needs to go farther in there. So, all right, let's see. Let me look at my chat log here. Yeah, it is pretty awesome. All right, let's see what we got here. Yeah, I'm going to mess with this later, guys, because I'm going to have to really kind of get into that. And I'll post some pictures our next live show, or I'll come on live even to show you all this, but I'm probably going to have to really tear this apart. It's just not, I'll have to decide how I want to set that up or how I want to mess with that. So usually you don't have this kind of thing with Arrows planes. Usually you have this with like other brands. And see, if I countersink, I don't think that's going to help, because, and then there's a gap right here where there isn't one up here. So yeah, we need to get that in there farther. And man, I'm not sure how they did that way. I can get it close, but not all the way in. I wonder if I could, yeah, see this won't go just straight in there. Yeah, I think they've got a plastic piece with like some vertical fins on it or something where it won't let me do what I'm trying to do with this. So I don't know. What I might even do, I'm almost thinking of just taking a hobby knife maybe and cutting this whole bottom section here. I don't know how far this goes back. And then just pushing the whole thing forward and then just foam tacking the whole darn thing in there, because foam tack and glue are really about the same. I just don't know how deep. You know what, let's try this. Let me grab a pin. I don't want this to fall. Let me see if I can see how far this goes in. Okay, it goes in there. It goes all the way into there. It goes all the way into there. I know this is not the best way to do it, but I'm doing this to show you guys. I don't care about the model so much, just so I can show you guys later how I did this. I don't think it's anything there. No, there is something there. Question is how deep does this go? I think it's about there. So I'm almost thinking if I cut this along here and take that whole thing off, I can move this entire mechanism in farther. It's not the prettiest, well, actually it is probably the cleanest way to do it, because I can't get this thing, I can't get this thing out of here. So let's try it. What the hell? Let me see how low this goes. I just have to put a couple of, I don't really want to do this, guys, but I don't see another way. That thing's not really going to fit the way I'm trying to do it. So let me see how far. See, it stops right about there. So I think if I cut this way and go up, and I'm going to have to go, it looks like that goes all the way through there, but to here it doesn't. It stops about there. So I probably need to go cut like this square off and go up, I think is what I'm going to do. And then I can, because I can't do anything with this the way it is. I can't get that thing out of there. So here, let's try it. What the hell? I'm going to need to mod it here at some point anyway, if I'm going to do all this. So let's see. I'm going to take one of these here. Let me get a better blade, because I want a good blade for this when I do this. So here, let me run over here Okay, let's see what we got. Grab a blade. Grab one of these. All right, guys, I'm just grabbing a new sharp blade to do this with, because I don't want to do this with an old blade. This is something you want to do sharp with. All right, I'm back. Got a brand new razor sharp blade here too. Let's see what we got. I'm going to replace this. Do this right here. Get this out of here. Stick this in here. All right, let's see. All right, this is a little bold, guys, but I don't see any other way to make this thing fit. So I think we can just block this whole thing off. Again, not what I would really want to do with a new airplane, but I don't see any other way to get that thing in there. Let me just double check one more time, or triple check here, because I can't get that to seat. Now, this could be a one-off with my airplane, but yeah, it is just not going in there. I mean, there's just no way here, and I'll show you again. I just can't get that to seat. Like I said, I cannot, if I notch that, will that go in far enough, I wonder? No, I still don't think it will, because you're going to be bending this. So, all right, let's try it. Let's do it. Here we go. We're committed. Here we go. All right, I'm lining this up through the back. I'm just going to take like a cube off of this. It should be clean as long as I do it correctly. As long as I don't go too crazy with this. Again, not something I really want to do with a new airplane, but that seems to be, and if I'm hitting something here, that's a problem. I don't see anything else of structure in there, but it seems like I'm okay so far. Here, let's do that. I just want to make sure I go far enough. I'm basically taking this whole cube off, this whole tail section off, because it just doesn't fit. So here, let's do this. I'm going to line this up from the top. I'm just going to foam tack the whole darn thing back in place when I'm done. Okay, so we'll pull that off. And yeah, there's what's going down. This should allow me to countersink this a little bit. Again, I don't like doing this. This is not a way I would prefer to do this, but this thing needs to go in farther, like quite a bit. And this thing is so deep in there, I don't really even want to mess with doing this another way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shave off. I don't know how much I can shave off of there, and I don't like doing this like this, but I don't think I got another choice. Okay. Now that'll countersink, and that should be fit. That should be right. Again, not perfect. It's not the best fit in the world. I'd rather do this a different way. Okay, but I'm almost not even going to notice that when this is on there. Let's see if I cut off enough, and let's see how this goes in place. So this is going outside the box a little bit, of course. Okay, so now this actually fits down in place a lot better. We still need to, you don't have to fill anything there, but I probably will. I don't know why this kind of came out like that, but I think that's about right. I think we've got a good, this is probably going to fall if I do this. But let me see, where was that thing in there? It's actually a nice fit now. A little surgical here. But actually, that's a real nice fit now. We have a little bit of something to notch right here, though. Let me get, I don't know why this plastic thing is in there. It looks almost as if they intended for this to be a, I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing here. Yeah, it's like they intended to put like a carbon tube hinge up here or something. I'm just going to cut a little away here. Just going to make a little hole, nothing beautiful, because that thing is in the way. I probably could just break that off. That plastic thing probably does not even need to be there. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this here. Yeah, like I said, sometimes you got to think outside the box when you're doing this stuff. And I'm trying to come up with the simplest way, but I think I'm going to damage that thing if I yanked it out of there. But here we go. Yeah, that actually fits in there really nice now. Yeah, there's like not a problem with that at all. See, and you're looking to make sure here that you've got a nice even hinge line along there. If I lift this up, you can see how it's, well, it's hard to see because I got the darn elevator in the way, but there you go. You can see we're nice and even across here. Now everything will sync well. Now I can take my CA and put my CA hinges, CA in there and all that. So that's it. That worked out pretty good, actually. That was actually a fairly decent fix for that. If you guys find something different in this, let me know, but that seems to be about the best kind of fix for this. So I'm going to glue that on as is. And then I can probably use some of this material if I want. For example, I could just take this probably and cut this, right down the middle, okay? And I can use this material here if I want, because it's about the same angle, and I can fill that in. And in fact, we'll do that. We'll actually do that right now, because this is actually perfectly fitted there, and everything syncs nicely. Yeah, we're good. So I'll take some foam tack now. And this is why we use foam tack. This stuff is so strong. And let me grab that pin that I had. Get that pin hole out of there. There we go. And then here's what we're going to do. We're going to foam tack this baby. If I can get the glue out. It doesn't want to come out of that hole. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take, we got to use a little bit of it too. So let me take, I had another thing of foam tack here, which I used before. All right, where did my other foam tack go? All right, let me go look for it. Give me 2 seconds. Let me walk over here real quick. Let me see, I had my foam tack here somewhere. You can use CA for this too, guys, if you want to as well. Whatever you feel is best for this. But let me get back in on this. You guys can see what I'm doing. But this is a job in my mind for foam tack. So let me unscrew. In fact, here's what I'm going to do. I can't get this thing off of here, so here's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to turn this. There we go. I'm just going to take the top off. It's an older bottle. It's almost tacked up. Let me see, what's the consistency? That's actually a decent consistency. So here's what I'm going to do. Thing about foam tack is it fills in the voids too. Fills in the gaps. So now that I've got quite a bit on there, let me see if I can get that in place. Yeah, and then again, as it dries, it expands a bit. So I don't want so much there that it oozes like crazy. Okay, but so I'm going to pry that away, pry it away, pry it away a couple times. See those strings forming right there? That's pretty typical for foam tack. That's what you want. All of that stuff is now tacking up. And I'm going to put a little more here, a little more on this side, a little more here. And I should have a brush somewhere, but I do not have a brush. Actually, you know what? I can grab a brush. 2 seconds here. Grabbing a brush. All right, so, geez, man, it's tough finding a brush here. Got 100 brushes over here. Can't find one without glue on it here. So, again, folks, a little bit more glue. Use your brush. All right, there we go. So going outside the box a little bit on this fix. All right, making sure that this is lined up with the center. You want to make sure your wheel's in the center. But let me pull this away again. Forming those strings. Again, I'll show you from the side. You can see all those strings on there. Okay, so I'm going to let this sit for a second. I'm going to let it tack up. I'm going to push any of this remaining glue back into the inside. Okay, I didn't cut a perfectly straight line, but that's okay. Foam tack is going to fill that up. Okay, let it tack up. I'm blowing on it, just letting it get all sticky. There we go. And then I'm going to put this on here. I think it's probably tacked up enough. And I'm just going to push that in place. And there we go. That should be it. That should be strong enough to hold this in place. And then all I got to do is really just let it dry. Okay? And that's about it. We're good to go. I'm going to push on this tail wheel. Actually, that's the place to push. And that's it. It's in place. That's really not going to move from there. It's on there pretty tough. So, and that's it. That fixes our problem. Again, not something I'd want to do on a new model, and not something I really kind of would expect from a new airplane, but especially from Aeros. But, you know, hey, small fix. Maybe this is just a first production run with the issue or something, but I wouldn't hesitate to get it now that you know the fix for it. It's pretty simple. You can leave this the way that it is, or you can kind of craft these additional blocks right here, which here I'll show you real quick how I'm going to do it. I will take this and I will shave off the extra, okay, which isn't very much. I'm just going to kind of line this up to work. I'm going to cut off just a little bit at a time until I get it to fit the way I want it to fit. Let me get the right height out of it, which it looks like, yeah, it looks like that's about the right height. And then I'm just going to notch this kind of as I need to. So I'm going to notch this to get, there's a little kind of flange here that kind of sticks out. So I'm going to cut that to fit there. Let's see. So let me take this, cut through. I hope you guys can see that. Sorry about that if it's not in the frame. So see, I got a little notch in there, and that should fit right in here. So I'm getting a little surgical here with it, but that's okay. I mean, that's kind of sometimes how you got to get. And then I can put black on it later, but I still need to cut a little bit more here. Let's see, that's probably going to need to go a little deeper. I'm just going to cut this to show you all how I'm doing this. Okay, cutting the notch a little deeper this time. And then I've got about, how much space is that? Not much there. I'm going to cut this like so. Because there's another flange in there I have to kind of duplicate. This gets a little surgical, but hey man, this is the hobby part of this thing, remember? We're supposed to be able to do hobby type stuff. All right, let's see, we're going to cut into there. Let's go this way a little bit. All right, there we go. So now I have that notched. You can see how it's notched there. So it'll fit that plastic that's in there. So once I put that in there, it should fit in there pretty nice. There's glue sticking to the bottom of this thing, so that's kind of what's going on there. And that's because it's all tacky and everything. So get that off of there. Let me try this one more time. See if I can get that in place. And that's pretty close. That actually fills in the gap pretty nice. In fact, actually the bevel I had the wrong way. So here's what I can do. So I can probably put this one on this side. It's probably a little better. But I still need to, actually I still need to cut more of it off because it's really thin down there. So let me cut it some more. Actually, I'm going to cut this whole thing off. There we go. All right, I'll show you what this looks like in a second. I'm kind of doing it off the camera here, but here, I notched it again. See, I made it a little thinner. So now this will fit, or should fit in there pretty good, and it does. I just need to get it a little bit. I need to reduce it just a little bit more. So I'm working on that little by little. If you cut too much off, then you're, kind of cut too much than you need. So if you just kind of take your time as you're doing this, don't cut too much off. This part's not critical. This is really just cosmetic. So this is just getting surgical with it a little bit. And there we go. See, and that fits almost perfectly. You don't even hardly tell. Just put a little black paint on the back side of it. So in order to kind of duplicate that, what I'll do is I'll take this, rather than reinventing the whole wheel here with this, I'll just put this against here, and you can see the difference. One's thicker, one's thinner, okay? So I'm just going to put this right here, get it about the same size, okay? And then I'm going to cut this, okay, to match. I'll cut this to match. I'm just using this for filler, so it looks a little bit nicer, that's all. Cut that in there. Cut that in there. I'm going to cut this straight down. Cut this straight down. Man, I should have been a surgeon. Let's see here. Cut that to fit. And this is the kind of thing, guys, that the hobby is all about. There we go, and we cut this out here too. I'm having to look at this, guys, and do it correctly while letting you guys see it in the frame. And that's kind of hard to do sometimes when you're inventing stuff like this. So you can see there how the tail looks now. Yeah, that looks pretty nice, actually. And that's it. That's how the tail of that's going to look. And you see now I just basically removed some material from here so I could get this to go forward, glued it in. I took that material, shrunk it down to match this, and then just glue it in place. So I'll paint a little black there. No one will know the difference hardly, and we will be good to go. So there is a fix for this if you guys want to do this. It almost looks like it's a little bit too big here. So let me cut a little bit more away, just a touch. I don't really need a whole lot cut away, so see if I can cut that just a little bit more off. A little bit more. There we go. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, perfect. Oh my God, that looks beautiful. That's some surgical work there, man. All right, let's see. Let's get this. Cut that away. Cut this away. Oh, sorry if you're not seeing that, guys. Sorry about that. Let's see. Sometimes I get carried away looking at it to make sure I do it right. But I'm also, like I said, trying to make sure you guys can see it. So, wow, look at that. That turned out beautiful. Really nice. That turned out good. I didn't cut this quite so straight, but that's okay. The bevel is decent enough that it should be all right. And that's it. I'm just going to glue this back onto here. No one will know any better. And man, that looks really nice. That turned out, wow, that turned out fantastic. So let me get a little glue on there. You guys getting this all okay? Yeah, Paul Slade says glue joint's probably stronger than the parent material now anyway. Yep, there it is. A bit of black Sharpie on that. Yep, you'll never even know. That's good, good call. Yeah, let's do that here. Let me glue this on here first, though. This is the kind of repair, guys, that sometimes I just, I got a big blob of glue there, that I'll do off camera or do somewhere else because sometimes you got to think about what you're doing, and I don't need that much on there. But I'm trying not to make this a total mess here. But here, let's see. Let me get a little bit on the bottom here. Just globbing a little bit on there. Yeah, you won't even know when this is, I mean, so here, let's get, stuck to me. All right, here's what I'm going to do because I don't have a better way to do this necessarily. But here, let me grab this with something because it's stuck to me right now. And that's that. I'm going to put that one on place, put that in place. That should be good. There we go. And then I'm going to peel it away again. Okay. Put it back on, peel it away. I'm going to let it tack up. Let me pull it away. Let me let this tack up. Let me get this side while that one's tacking up. Same deal again. A little bit more on there. There we go. Excellent, guys. Excellent. Very nice. All right, so I'm going to stick this one on here too. I'm going to stand up and do that. There we go. It looks like that's in place. Again, this part's just cosmetic. I'm just cleaning the back up. with the extra that I had. In fact, let me pull this off here because I don't need that rudder on there. It's just getting in my way right now. And then I'm actually just going to tack this one in place because I think it's ready to go, and I just pushed it on there anyway. So yeah, let me get that off of there. As long as you don't have large quantities of this stuff, you'll be okay. It's not going to melt the foam. It's just if you have too much, it will melt the foam, so you just got to be careful with that. So yeah, nobody's going to know any different that even this happened. So, but hey, you know, sometimes stuff happens from the factory like this, but now you guys got an easy fix for it. It's not a big deal. I think it's just better doing this, cutting it, re-putting this whole thing on than trying to yank this out because you're going to do damage to the whole thing. It was pretty solidly glued in there. So again, I'm just letting this tack up for a couple seconds, minute or two. Let me get this in place. There we go. And then I'm going to stick my knife in there and just kind of blowing on it. And I think it's good enough now. So it's tacked up enough. So let me stick that right in place. And that's it. That's going to stay on there pretty good, I think. And now it looks almost like it looks kind of almost factory-like, and now it's tough, and now the whole thing will fit in there. So anyway, I hope you guys like this fix. It's just something that I made up right at the moment, but they should have done that at the factory. I'm sure the Hobby Zone guys are going to see this. And let me see if I can find a black Sharpie. I usually got one everywhere. So I usually have black Sharpie everywhere I am, except for now. Let me see if I got a black one in here. Sharpie. So let's see. This is solid. It's not gonna go anywhere. I still got to let it totally dry up, you know, but I think we're good to go. So that is it, folks. I'll zoom in a little bit there so you guys can see the fix closer. Here, let me pull it closer here. Y'all can see that, see what that looks like. Again, I just remove some material from here, okay, cut it here, or cut it here, remove some from here. And even if you don't cut it quite straight, you can see mine is a little at an angle because I'm doing it on camera, that's okay. As long as you cut off an even amount and then push this whole thing forward, line it up with your rudder, make sure it fits, and then take the remaining part, trim it, and then just stick it back here. I'll get some black Sharpie, I'll put some on there if I can find my Sharpie someplace. And then you'll never even know this happened. So very easy fix. And most importantly, the rudder fits on now. So we should be able to, here, let's see. Let me flip it this way. Let me get it in place for everybody. And let's put the vertical on here. And that's it. Now we got a nice fit. Again, probably a factory blurb. Who knows why or how that happened. It looks to me like they were trying to put a different type of hinge, especially with this loop here. I'm not sure what they were trying to do, and then maybe they changed the design and just said, okay, let's put, you know, some CA type hinges in there. And then something got lost in translation right here where it just didn't fit right. Now it fits perfectly. You can even see here the top part of the rudder. This is also your other checks to make sure this all lines up. Okay, make sure that this gap right here is even, and then you have an even gap all the way along here. So which we have. I mean, it fits on there real nice now. It's pretty much perfect. So, and I think we're good to go. We'll just let this tail dry before we really put, you know, too much pressure on it. And then I didn't really look in the manual, but I didn't see anything where it looked like, it says here, guys, to glue it to the fuselage here with glue. So, and I'm assuming they mean CA, so maybe the Chinese haven't seen too much with CA hinges or whatever, but anyway, you could probably pull these out. I'm not sure how tough they are in there, and put your own CA hinges if you want. And then look, there is a single screw installation. It kind of goes right there, and there's some self-tapping screws. So what I'll do is I'll actually do that real quick for everybody here. Let me get, that's the last screw that goes onto this thing. Zoom in here, see how tight I can get. Let's get right here. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see that. There's a lot of black there, a lot of blackness. All right, let me get that one last screw in here. And I think you guys can see that. It's just going to drift, isn't it? Let me back up the zoom here. Let me go this way just a little bit. There we go. That should do it. See if I can zoom. There we go. And you guys should be able to see that screw hole now. So I'm going to take that screw, put it right in there. And then we're going to tighten that up on there. And that should lock it down. That should keep it in place. So I'll grab this little screwdriver here. Let me lower this. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see that well, but let's see what we can do. I'm going to go ahead and lock it in just for now, just to get it in place. And I can feel it biting on that. So I don't know if there's one on the other side. Is there another one there? No, I think there's two. Okay, there are two. So I'll put one on there. That'll keep this assembled while I'm demoing, because I'm not going to glue these hinges. I'll glue these hinges at a later time when I really can kind of look at it. So because you got to get this part right. So I'll glue that later. Just put some CA in there. But that's our. Let's see. That's our vertical and horizontal. Now let me stick that other screw. There is one more. Let me put that in this side. Let's see, where is that screwdriver I just had 2 seconds ago? Here it is. All right, we're going to put that one in here. So yeah, that goes in there well. Sorry guys, I'm blocking your view. Yeah, so there's two in there that go into that tail wheel L pin there. So that'll keep that on nice and tight. So there we go, guys. That is it. A little glue, a little extra glue standing out. Let me rub that and get that off of there. Got a little on the other side sticking out, but yeah, you'll never even know that this repair really was made. I mean, you can look at it and see it, of course, but that is it, folks. We've got, all we have left is just one push rod, and I'm going to stick that on here. So all we have to do is put that in here. It looks like it's the second from the outermost hole. If you go 3D, you can go all the way out probably on those, as long as the servo torque will handle it. So you want these to be nice and tight. I really like these Z-bends. They're very nice on this. All right, let me put this, there we go. I'm gonna line that up. I might need to put a little twist on that later, but let's put that there. And that's it, guys, we're done. Disaster averted. There we go. So our rudder's in place, and there we go, guys. That is it. Let me see if I can get my camera lined back up. Come on back over. There we go. Yeah, look at that little glitch there. But a nice airplane, guys, except for that little tail issue, but not a big deal. You got a way to fix it now. So I will get the receiver in it later, set it up. We'll take it out and fly it for everybody. So really nice. Let me get this off of the stand. We got this all fixed up, and we are good to go, baby. This is nice. Let me put this stand down here. Let's see where we're going here. Awesome, awesome bird. Awesome bird. Didn't plan on doing 2 unboxings today. Oh wait, we got to put the prop and spinner on. Where's the prop and spinner? Where's the prop and spinner? All right, here, let's put these on. We're not going to power it up, so, you know, no big deal here. Let's unscrew this. Nice hex drive on this baby. Hopefully there's no fit and finish issues. I remember in the early days there used to be all sorts of fit issues with props and spinners and stuff. And nowadays they're doing them like a lot better. So usually not too many issues with that. So let me zoom in. That's pretty slick. That's pretty nice. I like that. All right, let's get this, see if I can get this lined up. Got to get the hex area hooked up there. There we go. Oh, nice fit. Very nice fit. So get that prop on there. Again, I'm not going to power it up. I'll do the receiver later because it's, you guys just wanted to see this thing. I'll do a little Primitive Pete here with this. I don't know if y'all know who Primitive Pete is, but shouldn't use this for that. All right, let's see. Put this in place. Nice fit. Let me grab the last long screw. They usually always give you extra screws with this, so, and then we'll get that in place. So that's not going to stay on there. I'm going to have to screw that in place. Grab my 2mm, put that in there. And that's it. Just get that a little tightened up. I'll tighten it more later, but just get that on there. Very nice. Is that going in? Is that going in there? Yep, it is. It's just a long screw. Okay, that's actually good to have a kind of a longer screw. Actually, it's kind of bottoming out a little bit and hitting the shaft. So you see it's not quite going on. I probably, and what you guys might need to do, actually maybe, let me see how much is sticking through there. I may have to saw some of that screw off. The screw could be too long, so I might need to cut a couple millimeters off, make that fit. So I will mess with that later. I don't need to do that at the moment. So it goes almost on all the way, but it kind of bottoms out on the motor shaft first, and the spinner's not getting totally tight on there. So maybe I just need the shorter screw. Actually, here, let's do that. Maybe it just does need the shorter screw. Let me see. Does that fit all the way? No, it's going to need that. I don't think that little screw, let me see. Well, let's try it. Hang on a sec. Let's see if that shorter screw will even fit. I don't think it will. I don't think it's long enough of a reach. This spinner is a little bit long. Actually, it does work. Actually, that works fine. But the longer screw probably is better, and I'll probably just shorten it a little bit. But that gets it on there snug. So that is it, folks. We've got this baby done. Let me get this stand out of here, because this thing, stand, the mega stand. Put that down. And that's what we got, guys. Check it out for your viewing pleasure. The all-new 540, Edge 540 coming from Arrows Hobby. And Hobby Zone. Very nice model, guys. I'm impressed. Except for that tail, that's something that really shouldn't come from the factory that way. You know, I don't know if the others are going to be like that in the inventory, but if it is, you got a pretty good, easy fix for it. It's not that big of a deal. I would not like to, I really don't like seeing that in a new kind of production airplane, but it's not a game changer. It is an easy fix. So, you know, otherwise the airplane goes together in 5 minutes or 15 or 20 minutes or something. So it's already tough enough, as you can see with the foam tack. It'll stay on that. And the beautiful Miss Amy's here to scare me. You want to come say hi? I got a few people here still. I put 2 planes together today. Want to come say hi to everybody? I got a dinner date, guys, so be careful. It's a little obstacle course just there. So there she is. She's visiting. She's visiting. Isn't this cool? What do you think?
Yeah, that's cool.
This is an Edge 540 aerobatic plane. Okay. And it's from Hobby Zone. And I had a little tail issue that I had to kind of modify to get it to fit. But it went together nice. It's cool looking, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And then there's the Radian down there that lights up. Okay. You'll be able to fly that. We'll do some flying with that. In fact, probably Saturday at the event. No, I'm serious. It's very simple to fly.
Okay.
So, and we're going to video that, guys, so you can all see what happens. So, anyway, so when do we got to go?
Our reservations for 6 days.
Okay, all right. I'll be down in a few minutes. Give me, I should be, we got an hour, right? So, or half hour. So, I'll be done with these guys in just a little bit. So, all right, guys, beautiful Miss Amy, RCINFORMER Fly Girl. She came to say hi. You can say hi to everybody. Say hi, guys. All right, I got a visit. It's not everybody that gets chicks coming into their workshop area there to show off stuff. So, hey, we got to get you a bikini for this. We'll get you a neon orange and white and gray bikini. So, all right, guys, she'll look good with this. But yeah, this is slick, guys. Edge 540. Like I said, I wasn't expecting this so soon, but it popped up on my doorstep, and I figured, let me show it to everybody. Now I can get it up and going, and I tell you, that tail fix worked out pretty good. If I cut a straighter line, it might have been a little nicer, in fact. But here, let me show you real quick. Let's look at it from here. Y'all can see how that turned out if I can do this without breaking a bunch of stuff. Here, let's see. Oh, no. That's not going to work. Here, let me flip this around. Yeah, here's the fix for it, guys. I'll show you this side. This is sort of the nicer side of it. But you can see how that turned out. It worked pretty good. All I got to do is touch up this little area right here, okay? And it's probably going to be just as tough, you know, if not tougher than the original. So, but you can see it's all on there. I got a little cube there too. I got to Sharpie that. No one will ever know, you know, or just glob some paint on there. You'll never know. But easy fix, folks. So again, I wouldn't hesitate, you know. getting one. It's a pretty simple fix with a hobby with a razor knife and some foam tack or some CA. But really nice. I like the edge 540 on the bottom. That's pretty sharp. So yeah, guys, very, very cool. I'm digging this. So I'm not an aerobatic plane guy, even though I like to do some aerobatics. I like scale stuff more or less, but very well made and very sharp looking. Maybe I'll get into 3D with the vector gyro system. So all I gotta do is put underneath a receiver, get a battery in, and we're good to go. So let me see, guys, any questions from anybody? Let me throw my questions up here, see what I'll, let's see, Paul say no. Yeah, it looks like a very nice wooden pot. That's from Ian Bowens here. Thanks for coming, Ian. And I got Save the Humans is in the house. Message is held for review. Somebody put a devil there, but I'll activate that. That's a great looking airframe, Rich. Definitely coming into my hangar. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Amy's always coming into my hangar sometimes. She comes in here and hangs with me, and so she'll come visit everybody. And so we're getting ready to, now that I got the tanning pad straight, we're going to get some more straightened out. We're going to get some more bikini pictures of airplanes and hot chicks and stuff. So anyway, not politically correct at all. So it's all good though. But yeah, this is awesome, guys. Any questions, throw them out there. When is the Maiden of the Edge? Maybe this weekend or maybe next weekend. I don't have time to get to it like today, or it's windy out now anyway. But let me get a receiver. I'll get it set up. I'll set the throws and everything. See how kind of throws this has in it. And then, yeah, we'll get it out there and fly it around. So, but yeah, nice fit and finish, except for the tail. Little debacle there, but disaster averted, easy fix. Again, check it out, guys. Hobby Zone. There it is. I got a link in the description below. You guys can go check it out. And I think that's about it. Questions, guys? Anybody wants to throw anything in there? Let me reiterate a couple of things. Next weekend, let's see. What is this? Oh, yeah. Okay, I just looked at a message here from somebody. So, all right, folks, couple quick things. Let me put up my website deal again here. Again, Hobby Zone, check it out there. The Futura at, somebody asked about that earlier. Banana Hobby, Futura is at Hobby Zone. Here, let me do a quick speed test. I want to see how fast we're going right now. See how we're doing it. We haven't had any lags lately, which is good. I don't think so, unless you guys are telling me, yeah, we're down to 120, 130. Yeah, it does seem like when I stream, I suck some bandwidth, and then when the kids are down there, I mean, I'm surprised it sucks so much, though. We're only supposed to need about 30 or so to do this. I mean, maybe it's because I'm doing this in 60 frames. I probably should go down to 30 frames is probably what it is. So, but look at that upload speed. We're smoking along here. There's the SPEKTRUM site. So, anyway, let me see what we got here. Let me close this down. Give everybody a quick, let's see what we got. Oh, I meant to do this. I can't believe I forgot to do that. All right, there we go. I was going to shut those down. E-flite. Let's put E-flite back up there. Now let me activate E-flite. I'm going to put E-flite back. We'll put E-flite back at the top. No, that's not what I wanted to do. That might cause a ripple there, a ripple effect. There we go. Get that back down there. Let me copy this. Let me move it. Slide E-flite to the top. This is the edge from Hobby Zone. I should have changed that, but I wasn't thinking about it at the time. All right, there we go. Move that up. I have got to change my pad, my mouse pad on my, actually, let me put this back down here. Night Radian, let me get rid of that. Title at the bottom, let's get rid of that. There we go. Hobby Zone, Edge. Yeah, I forgot to change those, my bad. I had these all prepared and I didn't even use them, so. But any questions you guys got, throw them out here. Once again, I am going to be next weekend. Come get some free stuff, guys, at the NASA Salute to Vets scale contest. We'll be competing. And then some open flying probably afterwards. So it's being sponsored by myself, Banana Hobby. They're throwing in a couple of airplanes, so we'll have some giveaway airplanes. We'll have some Ernst stand giveaways, so thanks to all of them. And FMS is throwing in an airplane, I think in an RC truck. So Have some cool stuff from them. And then glue from Zap, from Carol Tiano and Frank Tiano Enterprises. JR is giving away a radio, guys. There's going to be a radio giveaway. So RTL fasteners, Carf models, Sullivan products, Power Box Systems, I believe it is. And so lots of giveaways. Fun flying event. Come. It's not a real serious event, guys. It's supposed to be a fun event, so just come compete. Gab's going to be there with me. I'm trying to get Steve there. And we're going to have a lot of planes on display. We'll have the big, Banana Hobby 1200 millimeter planes I'll probably be competing with. We may have this, I'm not sure, but we'll bring the A10 and the A10 from Banana Hobby. And they're giving one of those away for us, guys. So we're going to have one of those for everybody. So as a giveaway. So the A10 will be there. EDF Jets. Let me go to the website. Let me throw that up there. Website stuff. Let me throw that up there. And let me get rid of the Tangerine contest thing. And then, of course, like I said, we will be, or that's the Salute to Vets event, okay? And then the Tangerine contest will be at about a month from now. So we'll be promoting that more as the time goes on. So, and then again here, Banana Hobby, the A10 right here, and we're gonna have one to give away at the Salute to Vets event. So check it out. Come see, and we'll be there. So anyway, that is it, guys. I think I'm gonna sign off here. Unless anybody's got any more questions, I think that went pretty well. I didn't really plan on doing 2 airplanes. Let's see what it is. I got questions here now. That's a great looking airframe, Rich. Yeah. Aim near the plane. When's the maiden? Let's see. Throws at 149%. Yeah, we'll raise them way up. That's where you do with 3D planes, is get them up there. If you don't want to fly it that way and you want to fly, yeah, Ken Sprouse said, nah, keep the 60 frames. I don't really think you need 60. I think 30 is really all you need for slow stuff, for normal. I mean, I don't think you notice any difference, but I usually keep 60 with everything I do, especially with the flight demos. All that stuff's at 60 frames. So. Let's see, Snow Valley Park, thanks for that. Great show, he said. Any new EDF reviews? Yes, there are some coming. So I'll keep them on the down low, though. Another great show. Quick fix on the edge, Rich. Knight from the UK. That's Ian Bowen. Thanks for coming from the UK. All right, I'm going to wrap it up, guys. That's it. Again, new Edge 540, new Knight Radian there, coming from Horizon. And I'll get rid of that. So. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off. Thanks, everybody, for coming. Appreciate it. Stay tuned. More videos coming. As always, folks, we'll see you all next time.